Okay, it went through that time.
Okay.
So we're live.
We're live.
So the words.
Do a heckin' breathe.
Heckin' breathe. Let me here. At everyone. We are live. With a special episodic stream.
Makes it sound like we're gonna stream sporadically.
Yeah.
We're gonna have episodes of streaming, and it's gonna be weird. Should probably talk to my doctor about that. Where did my tiny little
There. Put this over here. Grab this. Click to unmute. There we go.
Buh.
I thought that ditto was perfect.
Yes, it was perfect. That
Ditto.
has like exactly that.
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging.
No, I was judging me. I looked up and it's like, what is he doing?
Oh.
What is that, a weed? No, it's
Chris, is that a
Dokkan.
weed?
Is that a Dokkan?
Is that a Dokkan? I'm calling the police.
Randy, is there a never mind. I thought I left that on the couch.
He needs his special stand for
My special stand.
Dokkan time.
Special.
He's special
Especially.
boy.
Wow, okay. Condescend a little more, could you? Please, for me. Do it for me.
Anytime you'd like.
Can I just call you up and be like, can you demean me a little? I had a little bit of an ego. I felt good about myself. You want to say something? I didn't want to feel good. My self-image was actually a positive reaction.
Quick!
Cut me down, please.
Yeah.
Chris, you're getting an ego. Yeah, I said nice things to me earlier. You're right. I'll just stop.
I need to quit doing that.
Papa? I did 10 million damage, bro.
10 million?
Yeah, that's a lot.
My God.
That's a lot of damage. I saw this
It's
book.
over 9,000.
It was over 9,000. You used the appropriate meme. I'm at level
Do I get a
69.
cookie now?
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Much
Much of
about nothing. About everything.
Papa.
Dog of wisdom. I shall bark at nothing now.
Drawing.
Bah.
Drawing. I'm making messes over here. Ignore me.
He's drawing messes over there, guys.
Yeah, I drew a mess.
Just like drawing a bath, and it's Cupcake. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yup.
Not too.
I know
How are
that
you,
feeling.
Chris?
Hanging in there.
Oh,
I'm just out of it today.
We live, but just barely.
Yeah.
that's all right. Another feeling.
Mm-hmm. We're not. Oh wait, I was gonna say we're not doing an episode today. We're doing a live
We are, yes.
because I couldn't edit things in time.
It's not that you couldn't edit things in time. It's that technology fought you the entire way.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
things were against you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we'll release that episode next week. And then shoot normally next week too.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of taking it in between Z.
It's an off week, I guess.
It's our bye week.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Mhm.
That's fine. Don't put pressure on yourself. We all understand.
See?
I know.
See?
I'm always paranoid though. I'm like, oh, they're gonna
It's
hate
like
me.
they're gonna be mad and come to my house and yell at me.
Yes.
You silly. Of course we wouldn't. We all understand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because we're all ill.
It's weird. Like we have nothing to show for all the work we did this week, but we did
Not yet,
ton
but we
of
did a
work.
ton of work. There'll be really cool things coming.
Yeah.
Do we get any info?
Do you want to give the rundown?
We recorded a bunch of short stuff. Like we did a Would You Rather episode. We did some music reviews, and what was the other one we did? Oh, behind the scenes. We
Yep.
did a whole like how we shoot process thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
And a tour of the studio.
Mm-hmm. And then we came up with a way to upload everything.
To everywhere.
Yeah, without having to like manually do it. So like if I upload to YouTube, we hit Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the pertinent places.
Yes.
Cool.
It's really cool.
that's much less work for you.
Yeah.
Yay!
This is the idea, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
And as long as it's working, it should be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about making life easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are ill at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
That's why I'm surprised we got so much done this week because it was a rough week.
It's because we shot in like little portions and
Yeah.
then we would retreat and come back.
Yeah.
It's mad. We tried to live a normal life in not a normal body.
Yes.
Exactly. Trying to keep up.
That's the hard thing is like nobody ever fully addresses that. And every like therapy you go through is just meant to get you back at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, stop trying to make me productive. That's terrible. Like, oh, your only worth is your productivity. Rude.
I got
Thank
those same
you.
TikToks this week.
What?
I got those TikToks this week of people talking about how therapies are just to get you
Oh,
back
really?
to work and be productive.
I
Yeah.
hadn't seen that.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's really interesting.
That's a load of rubbish.
Yeah. It's all about productivity. And they don't give
Unless
a crap about us.
No, unless they can fix genetics, I don't think we get back to work.
That's what I keep
Exactly.
saying. I'm like, yeah, no. Because people are like, but what if they cure you? And you're like, they're not gonna. It's okay.
Oh,
I exist and I am ill. Leave me alone.
I think I'm struggling with that. I'm sick of explaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you had people offer like weird solutions to like fix it?
Oh my God. So
Oh yeah, yeah. If you just straighten up, was my favorite one.
your posture.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Just
hate that
straighten
one.
up.
They're like, well, if you just like bring your shoulders back, it's because you're doing that all the time. And you're like,
Yeah.
what? What part of like connective tissue disorder did you miss?
Well, my mother-in-law thought that vitamins could fix it.
Yeah.
And then
That's
we
true.
explained to her how it was a genetic disorder and she still didn't understand. It's
That's
like,
because people are used to like well people are used to they get sick and then they get
yeah.
better.
hmm
And so anyone who is sick and doesn't get better is weird for them. And they're like, well, clearly you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
We should
Or
just
you're
blow their mind because you know when you're like ill, as in a cold or
Yeah.
something like that. It's like I'm ill.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've got the double ill today.
They're like, oh, I can't wrap my head around that.
Mhm.
Like, I'm perpetually ill and now I also have an illness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when people think it's contagious as well.
Oh yeah.
That's so weird.
My kids thought that for a bit.
Really?
Rory did when he was really little. Like
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah. He was like at that age where it's like if someone's sick, you can get sick because of it. Like he was making the connection.
Do you know what? I mean, it's a bit gross, but when I was little and my sister started her periods,
Mm.
I thought there was something wrong with her because if you bleed, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
She
Rory-
had the lurgy.
That makes perfect sense
Yeah.
to me.
So I understand Rory's thing, definitely.
Are you looking at yourself?
Yeah.
That's the one you want to see up there. Because that's the
Can't
color
see
coded one.
Well,
You want me to make it full screen?
sure. Sure. I was like, sure, can't speak. Yeah, so that's stupid.
Good.
I finally caught up with episodes.
Oh wow.
Yay!
Oh,
I'm only
yeah.
about 2 behind, and that's only because we've been away. So
Yeah. It's what 123.
It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
I have binged. It's actually be quite strange not having you two in my ear hole all day now.
We'll just have to make more
That's
content.
what I was thinking. Like just more.
More.
Always more.
No,
Well,
it's
that's cool.
yeah, it's good to catch up.
I mean, eventually that is the goal, right? Like,
Yeah.
if I could stop working and just podcast and we could make a living off of that, that would be golden.
Yeah.
Golden. I'll take it
That'd be
any
brilliant.
day.
Well, I want to
You
do
still
like,
on right?
public talking
Sorry.
and stuff.
What?
I want to do like public speeches
Oh, yeah.
or speaking.
That
not
would be
speeches,
cool.
but speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm frightened of that.
I used to be.
It'd be like patient-doctor alliances.
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do a live till I met you guys, kind of thing.
I hate
I am
public
a-
speaking. Even sometimes in the classroom. Hate it.
Yeah.
This is different.
Well, this is your baby.
Yes.
Like all the people we
Is it-
interact with are cool.
What?
Everyone. Is it because you can't see everyone that it's better?
I think, yeah, because I can't, like, put a face to 200 and some odd people.
Yeah.
It's more like I think about talking to you guys who we interact with a lot and
Yeah.
have built relationships with a lot. And so it's more intimate in a way
Mm-hmm.
and less threatening because like these are my people.
Right.
So there is no threat here for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
I don't worry about that.
No, I think that's why I agree. I felt comfortable talking to you guys because I say I don't post. I'm like, I don't do nothing because I'm always frightened of, if you're having a slightly better day
Oh yeah.
and people
Yeah.
see it and like, wow, you done this today, but you can't do it
Oh,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, I just can't bother explaining myself.
Yes, I understand that so wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
So
also-
frustrating.
Yeah, and yeah. I didn't even post my daughter's prom. That's very bad, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh man, that reminds me.
Huh.
I told you about this. My nephew.
Oh
I was
yeah.
hanging out with him online.
Yeah.
He just moved out and he's becoming like his own person, and it's really cool to see.
I think you grow up. It's great.
Yes. Yeah. Especially when you move from something that's more restrictive to having more like freedom to stretch out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's something to that that's just huge.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I was 19 and I had my own place. It wasn't planned. It just kind of happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was living in Southern Ireland and I
Mhm.
moved out of a family home and I loved it. I mean, I was half a mile away from my nearest neighbour.
Oh wow.
I had no phone, but I
That's
wasn't frightened.
amazing.
Yeah.
I would love that actually. It'd be fantastic.
When it's dark, I mean, I had to sleep with the radio on to begin with because it was too quiet.
Where you can't hear the cars going by.
Yeah, because I used to live near a motorway, so
Mhm.
you don't hear it, but you hear it.
Yeah. It's that white noise.
So- Yeah, it's too quiet. But I soon got used to it. It's lovely. Loved it. Had some great parties.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you
man.
can't make them like neighbors mad.
Right.
It's great.
No, play music as loud as you want.
Mhm.
It was great.
Okay. Trying to decide if we put any blue in this at all.
It sounds like you want to.
I don't know.
I like blue.
Because I'm wearing this like teal, but I'm also like playing off the bronzy gold. The stormy.
Morning.
this
Yeah.
one.
I'm actually awake. Kinda.
Oh, ooh.
Let's see. what
You
it
can
is.
minimize. Stago, good morning. Kinda. Did you sleep well? Doggo's in our YouTube comments.
Ah,
Popped in and
I've never
said good morning. You what?
I haven't met Doggo yet. Like,
Oh, Doggo's fun. We like Doggo.
Mm-hmm. I also noticed that Ruth isn't here, which means she might actually be sleeping.
Which would be great.
Yeah.
If she could get some sleep.
she was great. Was it? No, not this week. Last
Yet
week
I
with
slept
me.
well when I was finally able
You know,
to
I was
fall
having a
asleep.
really shit day.
Yeah. Oh, Ruth is
And-
wonderful.
I put it on Discord, which I've never done anything like that before, and she was bang straight in. She was
Yes.
great.
Oh, we love Ruth. She's like a staple of the community.
Yeah.
A pillar.
Yeah, like her and Faye were one of the first people we interacted with.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, and Crystal, she was great too.
oh yeah.
Yes.
So I love all her memes. They do make me laugh.
They
Yeah.
are so good. I was reading through them yesterday. I like the one she posted last that was like, if I ever stop posting memes, come find me because something's wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what I said to her. You're the meme queen.
Uh-huh.
I can join the VC here in a few minutes.
Oh, perfect. Doggo might join us in the video call.
Yay.
Should be good. What am I doing with my faves?
Are you about to do war paint?
I was deciding between leaving eyes as they are and blue. But I'm worried if I put blue in it, it's going to ruin it, and then it's just going to be... Blah.
What does this look like on you?
What about the tealy colour?
Yeah.
Like that? Oh, you can't see that at all in the camera.
Yeah.
Like that one?
Maybe.
Let's see.
I keep-
What's this one look
Keep
like?
looking at it.
That one's like sparkly. That one's going to come out green if I put it to the other one.
Right, yeah.
So we got to go with the
Stick with that one.
teal.
Yeah, do teal.
We're going to do it.
Teal and bronze go lovely together.
Mhm.
Can't see. Not yet.
I
It's
think
a map.
Well, and then you bluify everything later too. So it should show up pretty.
Oh, you mean
I
like
don't know.
post?
Oh, not for this though. Never mind.
That'll
I
look
keep
like
thinking we're shooting, and my brain is just not happy that things are not the way they like normally are. My
I
brain's
feel
like,
bad.
gotta keep coming to a screeching halt and go, what?
No, we'll do an episode kinda.
Yeah.
Chris is panicking. I can see it in him.
It'll just be in like an open episode.
You've got the guilt twitch.
I do.
Stop feeling guilty.
Yeah, knock
can't.
it off.
Well, and I made
Yeah.
the choice because I
Fine.
needed to rest yesterday, and then I did rest.
Which is good.
Yeah. I just feel bad about it.
No. That is bad.
I know.
I'm the same. I have rest guilt.
Mhm.
Yeah. I had to like really commit to that this week and be able to go like, okay, I can do some of it and then I'll do it tomorrow if I can't do more.
Yeah.
Or wake up and be like, not today. But I only have 2 more weeks till I go back to work,
Wow.
which is crazy.
I'm glad we got stuff done this week.
Yeah.
That's mad. That's gone really quick.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, we ended a week later than everybody else, and we're starting a full week earlier than everybody
Oh,
else,
wow.
which is just the worst. And then they
That's
don't
rude.
pay us enough for that.
That is rude.
Yeah. Like, guys, we need more
So
time.
is it the first week of August that you're going back?
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm going back on the 1st, so I have that Monday off, and then I go back Tuesday, and then I have like a week and a half of prep time, which is kind of like it's good.
Yeah.
And then kids come back the following Wednesday.
Okay.
For
Do you get all
weekend
new
welcome.
kids this year?
What?
Do you get new kids this year?
Yep, a bunch of them, because we graduated a ton of kids. So we're gonna have to fill all that empty space.
Yeah.
We'll have lots of new babies. And
Get to know them.
I know. I can't wait to see all the 9th graders coming in, and then my old 9th graders coming back as 10th graders.
Yeah.
It's always just so crazy.
Is Dorian?
Is
Yeah,
that-
Dorian's doing school. Yeah.
He will be in the fall, yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
So is that the age group you teach?
Yes. So I have high schoolers. But I've worked with every age group.
Hmm. She just likes working with people who are people.
Yes.
The youngins.
The youngins. And right
Oh, I
now,
love-
I just work with a really like highly traumatized population, which I find really fulfilling because I am that population. That's
You
me.
get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so we click really well and like get along really well, and it's easy to work with them. It's good.
Well, yeah, you have like relationships built on respect.
Exactly. And like
Exactly.
common ground.
Hmm.
Respect is a two-way street.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and then she gets shit for it at work, sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Jealous.
Yeah, sometimes, yes,
what it seems
very
like.
much. There is some of that for sure.
Well, yeah, like other teachers telling you, "Oh, you're going easy on them."
Uh-huh.
It's like, no,
Where I'm
you're
like,
treating them
no,
like
I
people.
just have a relationship with them and they can tell me what they actually need.
Yeah.
Because there's
No, you
just so much of the culture of like, well, they're lazy or they're getting away with stuff or they're blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, they're children. They are children. What are you talking about? They're not criminals. We're
No,
not like
Oh.
they're
I don't
children.
know if this is I don't know if this is on topic or not, but I really hated that like this happened to me when I was in school a lot. You know, they're doing their teaching thing up there and you don't understand something, so you raise your hand, ask a question, and you're like, don't interrupt me.
Oh yeah. And then you forget your question, and then the time has passed, and then they're like, "Why didn't you ask?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"I hate it here."
Yeah.
I just wouldn't ask again.
Well, and that's what happens, is that they stop asking questions,
Hmm.
and they just get lost, and then nobody notices they're lost. They just are like, "Well, they're not doing work," and you're like, "Well, did you find out if they need help or if they understand the work, or if they know exactly what you're asking from them?" Or if you've
They'll
given
let
them an
me know.
example or a walkthrough that makes sense to them. Because,
Yeah.
like, teachers do this thing where they're like, well, I taught it. And you're like, okay, great. But your teaching method is not going to make sense for every child. You have to diversify what you're doing so that you can meet the needs of a greater population.
Most teachers don't teach anything; they just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
No, that's a good way of thinking, though. It's true. We don't all have the same brain that works the same. So
Yeah. Well, and it's just silly to be like putting it on the kids when, hello, you are the teacher. It is your responsibility to make sure that you're like at least communicating with your kids.
Yeah.
And if they're not communicating with you, there's a bigger problem there. And it's not just like, well, they don't talk, they don't ask for help, they won't even try, they blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, great, there might be a missing piece
Hmm.
from before that they need filled in because these kids have interrupted education. But adults are dumb. And especially when it comes to like the like
Yeah.
ableist silliness.
Hmm.
So like for my sped kids. And then they freak out about accommodations. Where they're like, oh my god, I have to do this all the time. How is this gonna da, 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 da? I'm like, no. You literally just build in the accommodations into your lesson plan already.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
A lot of adults these days, well, and you know, this is a every generation thing though. It's gonna happen to newer generations and the generations after that too. But every generation we get raised differently because the world changes.
Yeah.
And the adults, they raise kids and expect kids to pretty much learn and act and think exactly how they saw it growing up.
Mhm.
Right. Well, and the frustrating thing is, especially in the United States, the curriculum changes every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And then we're confused as to why these kids can't keep up. because we're changing the teaching methods every like 2 years. So the math that they did in first grade is not the math they're going to do in third or fourth. And then it's not going to be the same as what they're being asked to do in seventh and eighth. And we're literally making it so that their scaffolding breaks down
Right.
because we're not respecting the scaffolding.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Because they won't admit that like our problem is systemic and not curricular.
Well, because it's harder to fix the system, right? Like it's
Well,
easy
and
to
they
go
have
new
to take
curriculum. This will fix it.
responsibility.
Yeah.
And that's the big one, where we're still teaching kids like we're gonna send them to go work in factories or in the coal mine. Like
No,
that's not what we're doing
I
here
don't.
anymore.
I don't think it'll be hard to fix the system because we've literally landed on the moon. It's just a matter of wanting to fix the system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and having the power and the influence, and the problem is that there's money in broken systems.
Could be a lot of money in fixed systems too.
Hmm.
Sorry, say that one more time.
There could be a lot of money in fixed systems as
There
well.
could, but the
Like,
people who are making money
you know,
currently don't want the systems to change.
like I'm gonna make way more money with
You
a
think
working lawnmower
that's
than making money fixing lawnmowers.
that's
Mhm.
what baffled me about clean energy. Like, why didn't the oil companies like jump on the clean energy so they could just transition through?
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me. Super bizarre.
Or the whole thing with Tesla, how he wanted to get free energy for all of the world,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Uh-huh. Or the guy who was doing water from the atmosphere and they
Oh,
kept
yeah,
breaking
yeah.
down his machine.
Hmm.
now no one's heard from him since.
Yeah. And on TikTok you can see like videos of sorry. People who have had their like community gardens salted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because we're not supposed to be independent. We want to be dependent on the system, and it's a mess because there's too much money in things being broken. They
Yeah.
want them to remain the way they are so they can keep raking it in. You're fine.
Just making a
So
mess.
What?
I used to think America was like so amazing, and America was the best country in the world with the best system in the world.
Well, that's what
But
we're
then I
taught.
started talking to people from other countries, and then I
Yeah.
started realizing that America is not as great as I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, but that's what we're taught as kids, and nobody questions that until they get older, and then you're like, "Ha! Why was I lied to?" Oh, because it's in the best interest of the people who are making money off of you.
Hmm. Oops.
Hmm.
I just think that everyone should talk and come up with a system in every country that's the same.
Agreed. I'm
But
all
that
for
means
like,
everyone has to be friends.
yeah. I totally am for the system of if it's not hurting other people or yourself, like go for it, buddy.
Right.
Be free. Oh, it's not bothering you? It's not your business. Go away.
Do you find your kids have suffered a little bit because of COVID with their learning?
I think
Yeah, like get set back or something.
it definitely was harder for Rory.
Because he was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's bounced back amazingly. Like he's getting straight fours,
Yeah.
which are, instead of A's or B's, that's like
Right.
the highest you can do. He's getting a lot of fours, and
Right.
the worst one was the like reading comprehension stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Really, they were both sent back on that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think they need like the in-person
Yeah.
tutelage for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it hasn't been too bad.
At least, like, for our kids, because it was such a highly traumatized population and because their family structures just were their low low income.
Yeah.
A lot of my kids had to go back to, they were working through the pandemic, and they were contributing to the household income through the pandemic. And so asking them to come back after that was really difficult, because they were like, no, dude, I'm working to support my family.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go back to school right now. Like I'm still working to keep everybody afloat after COVID and during COVID.
Yeah.
And then like our younger ones, we kind of had to reteach how to do school.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was the thing. Like, yeah, it's the other part of what frustrates me, is because like I have to keep reminding people that like they don't know how to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't. We have to keep teaching them and making it consistent,
Yeah.
because they don't know.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter, she missed chunks because obviously she's just done her her leave. She's year 11,
Oh,
so
okay.
she's just done her high school exams. But she missed chunks over
Yeah.
COVID. So, but she was too far in to go too back, and I just think like this year was the first year they didn't make any allowances on the exams as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is just interesting. It'll be interesting to see if like testing resumes the way it used to be.
Right.
Yes, we've just moved over to the number system. I can't get my head around it. Is it an A, B, C, D, F? Just tell me.
Right.
The number thing is driving me nuts.
I had the same problem with the kids. So I was like, what is this? Do you 4? Are you bad? 4 is bad? Or 1 good? Are you?
What? We're confused. Everything confusing? What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hopefully be able to hear.
Watch, they've just been doing horribly, and they've been lying to me the whole
Right?
time.
They're like, 4
Dad,
are the
4s are
best.
great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
4s are good.
No, I just it's mad. I think I think it was just easier the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more recognizable.
War paint.
War paint.
Why did they even do that? The numbering system instead of grades.
You know?
I don't know for Cherry Creek. For us, we're on we're on a competency based scale.
Right.
And so for us, it's no evidence, in progress, meets expectations, exceeds expectations. And so those are our number system. So that's what it means for us, and it could be the same for y'all. I have no idea.
Right.
Cherry Creek might be doing something entirely different. Who knows?
So do different schools over there do different ways?
Well, we are a charter school, which means we have a lot more freedom than other schools do because we are independent. We're still a public school, but we are a big picture school, and so big picture schools are more about like vocational stuff. Like each kid has an internship before they leave us is the goal. So yeah, different schools can do different things, but districts rule over them. But we are not with a district, which is why we get to do different stuff.
Which sounds good.
Yeah. Well, and our model is starting to catch on. We've had a lot of visiting schools last year, and I'm sure we'll have more this year.
This year for sure. Well, and you visited too another big picture school, and
yep, I went and saw 2 of them out in California.
Thing is, if you're struggling already with, like, say, if you've got issues and things like that, and your home life's not good, then trying to stick to something really rigid is hard.
Yeah,
it's hard enough for anyone, let alone when you've got all that going on.
Right. Well, and our model is based very highly on relationships.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of like individualized relationship building with our kids.
That sounds so good.
Yes. It's a lot of work, and it's very emotionally taxing, and we don't get paid enough. But
do you get I'd get really attached though, would be
Like,
Yeah.
especially
take
where
them all
kids fed.
home.
Those are my kids, and I will fight you to the death over my kids.
Hmm.
Don't mess with my kids.
Yeah, I'd be like that. I want to bring them home.
There have been times this year where I've been like, oh, okay, how do I get this child into my house?
Yeah.
How's this gonna work?
It's like you care or something. It's weird.
Whew. That.
No, it's really cool what you guys get to do.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what you do with art.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
this
excited.
is going to be crazy.
I'm gonna get to teach art this year, which will be fun.
Oh,
Which
love
is
art.
funny because all the kids were like, they went to the principal and they were like, "Why is Karina not the art teacher? Excuse me, like do that." And then my principal came to me and she was like, "This might be a really bad idea. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, but what if you're not an advisor and then you're the art teacher and sped teacher?" And I was like, "I can do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely."
Creative.
It's a change you needed.
Well, and it gives me a lot more like freedom to do my job, which is good because we're moving to the whole idea is that kids will be at internships Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
All day. That's it. And if they are not at an internship on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're looking for an internship. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my day to do my job.
Yeah.
Because I'm not teaching classes, which will be really good. I'm excited.
That's the only A I ever got was art.
Yeah.
Oh man, I miss art.
I liked art. I
I
liked
loved art.
ceramics a lot. I had a really good teacher. Yeah, I didn't want that. What doing?
What doing?
What doing? Boo, 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 boo. Whoops.
It is mesmerizing watching you do your makeup.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just am doing.
It works out.
That's how we do.
It's all in the blending.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I think
You ready to blend?
so. Let's find out, shall we? It's blending time. Sorry, it had pink on it.
Oh, gross. Pink? Worst
Pink.
color.
Ew. Okay. I won't be able to hear it for a minute.
Quick, let's say horrible things about her. She's the best.
I can hear you.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, she sucks. I hate her so much. I love you.
I love you.
Gross.
That's gay.
It's like what I said my
That's
mom.
Yo.
My mom said that to me the other day. She's like, I love you. And I was like, Mom, don't be gay.
I think it's sweet.
Oops, I missed a spot.
You did?
I did.
Oh. Yes.
Yes.
It has to reflect the light that bit.
Mm-hmm.
I know that much.
Yeah.
I just always put a bit of highlighter there. That's it.
I am too shy for highlighter. I also
I
don't know my
love
skin
it.
tone well enough for highlighter.
Once you find the right one, you kind of stick to it. I'm
Yeah.
a bit boring, but I love it.
Yeah, contouring is the only thing I know about makeup.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like drawing.
Exactly. That's why I get it.
Uh-huh.
I was
Or
gonna-
you get a bronzer that's shimmery. Not shimmery, but it's like highlighty
Mhm.
to go all over instead if you're a bit scared of it.
He's so intent. I'm like, oh, am I
That's-
doing it wrong?
Yes, I'm judging you.
Am
I'm
I
just
doing
gonna
it
watch
bad?
you in this train wreck.
He's
you-
just like,
Oh, really? You're gonna
God,
blend that?
Jesus.
Really? You're not gonna leave the dots on your face?
Technique is terrible.
Your technique. You blend like an amateur.
Your form, awful.
Oh my god.
Get out of my studio.
As my daughter says, get out my lane.
Yeah. And I have to go pick on my daughter just to make it even.
There you go. Okay, ready?
A little bit under your ear. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that good?
Mhm.
Okay. Does my face look different now?
Yes. It's like, was that the goal? Were you going
I
for?
don't know.
It's good.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
look good.
going for the same face, just not the same
Same face,
skin.
different day.
Same face, different skin.
I love makeup. It's like my mask.
It's so tedious to put on sometimes. Because my brain breaks it down and is like task.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you almost didn't put
task.
it on today. You were like, I don't know.
I know. I was like, I don't know.
Don't you have? I have like quick makeup, full makeup, and then ultra glam makeup.
Ooh.
I don't have like ultra glam because I have no idea how to do it at all.
We're doing it.
Oh. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, no. Like, this is the only time I wear makeup, pretty much. Unless I'm like going out somewhere special.
Mm-hmm.
I love putting it on.
Like the
Nah.
ritual of it.
Yeah, it's
I
like
do appreciate the ritual. That part.
yeah.
Just don't appreciate the time.
It's a good time to do
I hate taking
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah, taking it off is a pain in the butt. I lay around and I'm like, I don't wanna. I'll put a tissue on my pillowcase instead of washing my face.
Just lay on the floor. Have the dogs lick it off.
Ew.
That's gross.
That's so gross.
No, I remember doing that many a time when I used to drink. You'd wake up like the next morning and you'd have like an eyelash somewhere, like stuck in your teeth and everything. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look,
so bad.
you go out
Mascara
looking like
everywhere.
Yeah.
you end up looking like a train wreck. Well, I used to.
That dark spot is still on my nose. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah. Not on the video, no.
No? Okay.
I can't see it.
If it's invisible to the video, I might just leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
I do. I just paid £60 to have my daughter's prom makeup done for her to come home and sort it out herself.
Oh no.
She's like, I hate it. Do it again.
Oh, don't. And then I had to redo her hair, sort of.
Terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I had a promzilla.
Curious to see how that happens with Rin.
Yeah.
Because Rin's starting to really care about like how her hair looks, and she's moving out to being a middle schooler. Yeah, she really, yeah.
It's gonna be curly if you do it right.
Yeah. When she wants to keep it super long.
So much hair. So much hair. Like
She's
Sarah.
got long hair.
Yeah, it's past her shoulders at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Naturally
just
curly.
thick. Yeah, it's
Got
like
really
wavy.
thick hair.
Nice.
Bah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bah.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, boop.
Yeah. Hit yourself some more.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Smack.
My
smack.
favorite part. I like to beat the crap out of myself.
And I start saving for prom now, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. She
Jeez.
might be more like me, where she's just like, yeah, we pretended to go to prom, we had a date, and we went and got dinner, and it was fun.
Maybe. But she does like to go out and hang out with like her friends and stuff.
Oh, that's
So
true.
even if she's not with somebody, like she's gonna want to go.
True.
Yeah, see, here, prom's still quite new. Like, I never had prom or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to be sort of adapting things like baby showers, prom, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All of the worst parts.
The expensive part.
Exactly.
But I quite liked prom in respect. I liked seeing all the girls dressed up,
Hmm.
the boys still looking like they're 12 in suits.
That's why I hated prom. I didn't want to dress up because I knew I would look like a joke.
But no one, it's not a big thing to go with someone like romantically over here at all.
That's cool.
My
I like that.
like my daughter went with her friends.
What happened? Why did it only put it there? So confused and perplexed and upset
Really?
and befuddled.
But yeah, I like that. I like that it's more of a social gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, it's the only day I absolutely tipped down, but never mind.
Trying to disperse it, but it doesn't seem to want to move. It seems to want to be extremely vibrant.
It's very pigmented.
Mm-hmm. It just looks like I slapped you.
A little bit. And then the other side does not. And
That's
I'm like,
why it looks like I slapped you.
oh, God.
God, Chris, stop smacking her.
Hey, you know, it's just hard. He's got a very smackable face.
I have a very smackable face. I've been told this on several occasions. By Chris.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, random people approach
Mostly
you.
by
Hey,
you.
Did you know that I want to smack
I
the shit out of you?
Out of you right now.
Oh,
You're
okay,
like,
okay,
oh my
guys.
God, sir, this is a Wendy's.
Oh, you two tell your siblings. My sister smacked. I was swinging out of a Coke bottle once,
Mhm.
like you're doing now, and she come up and went whack straight on the end of it.
Oh.
Suppose I didn't lose teeth, to be fair.
Yeah, that'd be my concern. I used to slap just everything out of everyone's hands. And by used to, I mean I still have to fight the urge to just...
This is intrusive thought.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, someone's carrying stuff. Better make it so that they're not carrying stuff anymore.
I can fix that.
I can fix that. Yeah. Pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Eyeliner. Do we bother? Sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Okay, okay. I see what you're doing. Drawing on your eyeball.
Yep. Directly on my eyeball.
Apply directly to the eye.
Just stab it.
What was it the other day? You were doing that and you wanted... You
I
had
wanted
the urge to draw on your
my
contact.
I was like, intrusive thought.
But I watched
no.
it happen and I knew what she was thinking. She paused and looked at herself in just the right way. And I was like, she's going to draw on her eye.
Yeah. And then I stopped and I was like, I had to fight the intrusive thought to draw on my eyeball.
Why do we have weird thoughts like that?
No joke.
So weird. Like when I had the trigeminal neuralgia, my brain was like, slap it as hard as you can, just slap it. And you're like, that would be not helpful and bad. Why?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think pain plus pain equals not pain.
Right? Just not so helpful, brain.
Mine's just, I just babble to myself when I'm in bad pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get belligerent. I hit the pain zoomies.
Yeah, pain zoomies is like my favorite term.
I love that. I'm so proud of having come up with that.
Yeah, well,
Pain?
I
What's
have
that?
the pain zoomies.
it's like
So you
when
know
I'm
when
in
your
intense
dog-
pain and I have to like do things, like I have to be active to like take my mind off of it, or it's weird.
Or you start getting like really loud and jokey and like
Yeah.
you just running your mouth like a crazy person.
Pain zoomies.
And,
We
like,
call that verbal diarrhea here.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's exactly it.
It's like when your
Verbal
dog
diarrhea.
gets excited and runs around the yard for no reason. Pain zoomies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In my
Like,
case,
I'm in
start
pain.
editing, edit things, everything, do all the things on your computer.
I just get annoying. My poor husband has to deal with me.
What?
When I have pain zoomies, I just get annoying and you have to deal with me. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I hate those days.
Pain zoomies.
See, my body wants to zoom, but my brain does, but my body won't let me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed that. What?
The brain wants, but the body can't comply.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's annoying when you're like fighting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
you
then
get
you get
mean, and you're like, I'll just be mean to myself for a little while. That'll help. What?
Or it's vice versa, and your brain wants to clean, but your body's not wanting to do nothing.
Yep. Clean house, hurt body is what we
Yep.
call that.
Yes. I deserve a clean house and a hurt body. And no one can tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
The answers. They're not in the bag.
I'm not gonna find them here.
No. You might walk away with more questions, actually.
I am.
See, from our view,
Every time I hear something like that, all I can think about is Kanye West screaming, "You don't have the answer, Sway."
Oh my god.
Well, now that's going to be a thing that pops into my head.
Yeah. Seven. You don't have the answers.
Oh my god.
Great.
You're welcome.
Cupcake, you were saying something from your perspective?
I forgot.
Oh, when I'm
Sorry to
digging in the
interrupt.
bag.
Oh, you like a Mary Poppins bag?
Yeah.
From
From my
like a
view.
little. This is my
It's like, what's
little
gonna come
goblin
out?
bag with all the things
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is goblin time. Let's be real.
I'm on Goblin
It
time.
just is. It's goblin time.
I always think of what's that film? Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I love Labyrinth.
Big Goblin. What was the cute little one? The one that helped her.
Oh, Hoggle.
Yeah.
Hoggle.
That's it.
I always
See,
go
I still
with
find it
stupid-
strange.
The caterpillar.
The caterpillar. I love the
That's-
caterpillar.
Always in my head.
Hello. Hello.
It's a good movie.
Did you just say hello?
I love Labyrinth. That's one of my like Goonies, Labyrinth.
I love Goonies.
Hey, you guys! Love
Goonies. That's one of my comfort films too.
Yeah.
I love Goonies so much. That and like Muppet Treasure Island.
Nice.
They're all in the same
Muppet
like
Treasure
category.
Carol. Oh, this
That's
Muppet
another thing I randomly goes in my head is that, "Hey, you guys." from the
Yep.
Goonies.
and the Truffle Shuffle.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they brought out a photograph, didn't they? I think it was last year of them all what they look like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Old.
no, you can't grow up.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, they stopped existing right then and there.
They're permanently forever kids.
Yeah.
Why did I close that?
What really blew my mind is my sister Ashley went to Denver Comic Con
Mm-hmm.
just recently, and she met Draco from Harry Potter,
Oh, that's awesome. Tom Felton?
and
Yeah.
and he does not look like Draco.
No.
He looks like some old man.
Just some old guy.
He doesn't even have blonde hair.
No.
Yeah,
I need to know
it
now.
just-
What
it
does
just-
Tom
it
Felton
just-
look like
It
these days?
I'll
didn't
pull it
look
up.
right.
Chris is gonna pull up a picture for us.
He does look old. Well, not old, but you know, yeah, he does. Yeah, I agree,
I
Dogger.
mean, yeah, he's a handsome guy. Don't get it twisted. He just doesn't look
I
like
was like,
Draco.
is he still handsome? Okay. Oh, we're going neckbeard?
In that one, yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
But
he's
he will
got-
always be Draco.
Yeah, he
always.
will be.
A bit like
As long as he's shaved, that's okay. See,
Yeah, that's good.
appropriate.
Potter.
Not neckbeard.
Just-
Stop
just
that.
the-
God.
I'm forgetting names
Hey,
now.
some people just can't help it. Okay, maybe that's all he's gonna grow.
No, he has really nice facial hair. But then sometimes he's like, I just refused to shave my neck today. And you're like, but why? Okay, now lashes. There we go.
Who's the one that's got the rememberable ball? He always forgets everything. Can't think of his name.
Neville.
Neville, yeah.
Have you seen Neville recently?
Oh my god,
He's-
dude.
He had a
No,
glow
I
up.
haven't.
Is
He
still,
definitely has a glow up.
Is
Yeah.
he still all glowed up?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up because he yeah. Just yeah.
I was like,
No,
oh my god.
you
Sorry,
know
I'm
who
a
had
pothead.
glow up?
Love it.
I'm a pothead too, but it's a different kind.
I'm both.
That's
Don't tell
the
anyone.
TER.
But yeah,
Oh.
you know who really had a glow up?
Hmm.
Josh Peck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Who?
Josh Peck.
Who's that?
He was on
Oh.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. The Drake and
Drake
Josh.
and Josh.
Drake and Josh,
I
yeah.
just know about all their drama.
He's the one that always went, Megan.
Mm-hmm.
He's that guy.
Yeah. No, he definitely had a glow up.
Sorry, I'm Googling as we're talking. I've got to know who this is.
He's a really good actor too. Like when he's not being forced to act Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah. He's my age.
Peck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ba-ba-ba.
Holy crap. It's
Yeah.
amazing. I just came across this photo. You know the Blue Angels?
Yeah.
I'm gonna post a picture in the off topic channel. I want you to see how close these things are flying to each other.
Okay.
Oops, what?
The Blue Angels, the flying group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna post a picture
Oh,
of how close they actually get to each other.
that's cool.
Who's the Blue Angels?
So they're like a jet flying group. Oh my god.
They like to
Oh,
show
that-
off in the sky.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be like
Yeah.
how Arthur, the Red
Yeah.
Arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly.
they're
what
going about 180 miles an hour, literally inches from each other's wingtips.
Ooh,
Right?
that's freaky.
Wow. Just a little high five action.
Apparently, that's the number
Officially.
2 and the number 3 plane.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought
They're
You
exchanging
wanna- yeah.
of places. It's crazy.
Chris wouldn't want to be flying with the whole jerking thing, the spasm.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea.
My left shoulder just goes out, and I'm like, oh well.
No, we crashed. Sorry, guys.
That's
What
even if
happened?
you
I
make
don't-
it,
I don't
because
know, my
those
body
turns.
seized. And that was it.
Well, especially with POTS, like I would, even with like compression legs,
Oh, I know.
I would black out without a doubt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's even if you make it,
Or we
because
just totally had
before they even get into those seats, they have to go through G-force training.
Exactly.
Even
Yeah.
the light turns, you're being exposed to like 6 G's of force.
Yeah. No, that's all the blood in my body gone to my
Mhm.
foot.
On the heavier
foot, the
turns,
one
it
foot.
can get all the way up to 11.
Ooh,
You go, I can feel my feet. And then you pass out.
And
my last
if-
thought.
If I remember
Oh, my
right, the
feet.
human
It feels
can
so
withstand 13 G's of force before their eyes start popping out of their head or
That's
something
gross.
like that.
Wow. That's impressive.
I think I'll pass on that one. I like my
Wow.
eye.
Yeah, right?
Can you imagine after like
Yeah.
flight was invented and they were like, I want to see how fast we can go. You can fly. And they're like, no.
Have
No,
you ever
fast-
seen the right
faster.
stuff?
The what?
The right
Well,
stuff.
think about it. It was
Oh, it's good.
it was only like what 20 years before like the first airplane was invented, and then like not even 20 years later we invented the jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So
what was it?
that's
The
pretty damn
invention of
close.
flight was closer to going to space than there was something that was super impactful. It was very strange.
Yeah.
But I don't
The right stuff is
Um,
about the guys who did the Mercury missions, the first like astronauts, and they
Oh.
started as test pilots, trying to break the sound barrier several times.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just really cool to watch.
It's cool.
Like the special jet they made that could go Mach 2 and
Excessive.
yeah, but cool. Go
Need
fast.
to go that fast.
Plane go
They're like,
fast.
go fast.
Burr.
Fast.
that's pretty much the secret to life with the humans. Go fast.
Go fast.
Yeah, that's why I can't have a fast car. I don't know what it
Well, you see,
is.
I don't get why. Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No. Do you know what it's like? I get behind the wheel. I'm quite a nice person, but I get behind the wheel and it's like I feel the need for speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's because we do everything that way.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we walk fast because I want to be done walking as soon as possible. We do everything fast. And so it makes sense. We get in the car and we're like, how soon can I be out of this car now?
Yeah.
Soon.
See, I'm good and chilling behind the wheel, but once certain Tech Nine songs come on, like Riot Maker, for example,
Right.
My husband's like that.
Jen's
You
the
know.
same.
Some songs we can.
If it has like a certain BPM, then we're gonna be going like real fast.
Yep.
Until you get a speed camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How many points can you have on your license? Do you have points on your license over there
We do.
for speed?
I don't know how many we're allowed to have though. Points on your
Oh,
license.
12. 12 is banned.
Let's see. I have a great license.
You don't have a
I have a license to kill. No. Okay, so we can do if you're an adult 18 within 24 months or 12 within 12 months.
18, blimey now.
Yeah.
Wait, what are
And
you
then
talking about?
if you're a chauffeur, you can have more?
Wow.
Yeah, if you're a chauffeur, you're allowed 16 points every 12 months, 24 every 24 months, or
Oh.
28 every 48 months.
Sorry, my mouth's open at that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's confusing.
But I've had to get like special clearances to do like airport shuttling and stuff.
Yeah.
So my record's great. I think I have one speeding ticket ever.
I have none, but I'm going to touch wood now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like,
so easy to get caught.
it's like that story I told last week about when I was going 100 and a 60.
You're cute and you flirted your way out of it.
He was an old cop too. I didn't think I was gonna get away with it.
Did you flirt your way?
I did. I wasn't just speeding. I didn't have an up-to-date license. I didn't have proof of insurance in the car, and there was one other thing. Oh, dude, it would have been bad. He had me.
That was
Chris
bad.
use his pretty privilege.
Yeah. I prettied my way out of it.
You were lucky.
Oh, yeah. We were driving to Texas to go to a wedding. Me and my friend Kaylee. You guys know Kaylee.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 a.m. and we were trying to get to her cousin's house, and I just wanted to be done driving. And I wasn't paying attention, and I was going a bit fast. And then I realized everything else was not good. Like, where's your insurance? Oh, good point about that. Is your address current? No, it's not.
Just bad.
Did you just flutter the eyelashes?
I did. And I played real sweet. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I just wanted to get to this place. We're so close.
I'm so tired.
Yeah. It was a good trip, actually. Minus that.
This is my favorite part, Freddie.
Yeah.
I love a road trip. Hey,
Then it doesn't transfer all over the place.
How long does it take to get around the UK? Like, what's the longest you could really drive?
well, I'm about say 40 minutes from London,
Okay.
sort of down south. So to Scotland would it be 7 hours?
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's closer than my
Yeah,
mom.
It's closer than Vegas.
I have a friend who lives in. Oh shit, where does she live? Hold on, it'll come. Claypool.
Mm.
There?
She lives over there in Claypool,
Hi,
Kingdom.
hi, Paul. I don't know
Right.
that.
Liverpool?
From Claypool.
Claypool. Let me
Yeah,
Google.
and
Yeah, right. Now I want to
from
know.
what I hear, it's not that big of a town.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I was telling her one time about like the move that I'm gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I was telling her one time about it, and she goes, "How long is it gonna take you to travel out there?" Oh, about 3 or 4 days. And it just absolutely blew her mind
Yeah.
that it'll take us that long to travel across the country.
Yep.
Wow.
And I'm like, and that's just halfway. I'm in
Yeah.
the middle of the country right now. I'm not even traveling clear
Yeah.
across it.
Like,
It'll
realistically,
take about a week
each
to
state
travel
is a
across it.
country.
Technically, yeah,
Yeah.
realistically, you're
See,
right.
it blows my mind because we're such a tiny little country.
See, and that's why we can't get anything done as a country, because we're just like, it's 50 different countries all fighting
Yeah.
to do what they
Yeah.
want to do.
See, and yeah, because we have the main government, but then they leave it up to the smaller governments, the states, as to what to do with their states, and then the states governments are like, well, we'll just leave it up to the county, and then the county, and then yeah, everyone has different
And then
rules and
everyone's like,
everything.
we're gonna be bigots now. We've decided.
Oh my god.
And then other states are like, we like pot. We're gonna have
We just
pot
want
now.
to chill, man.
Your friend's about an hour and a
But
half away
also,
from me.
if you an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and you've never heard of a place that's an hour and a half away from you, that blows my mind.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
huge.
Well, to be precise, it's 1 hour 33 minutes. But yeah, I live in a place called Reading. You've probably never heard of that.
I've heard
I
of
have
Reading.
actually.
Yeah, I'm from Reading.
Oh, okay.
If you
My
come from
friend was there just a few months ago. I mean,
or if you live in you say Reading, not Reading.
Reading, yep.
Reading.
Redden.
We don't pronounce our THs either.
We don't pronounce our T's.
We don't believe in them.
There are no T's.
We live next to the mountains with all the kittens.
Yeah, see, ours is
So
like
in other
facts.
words,
In the dirty.
you're the South. You're the South of the UK.
Yeah.
Because the Southerners here, we don't pronounce our T's very much either.
Yeah. Ours become F.
We don't pronounce much of anything here in the South.
We make fun of Michigan because they say dragon and wagon.
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 And baggy.
Baggy.
The baggies.
uh,
Okay, ready? Time
I've
for
always liked the
final
way New
spread.
York and Bostoners talk.
They're so aggressive.
I'm gonna go get a bagel.
I mean, you have to be. It's New York and Boston.
I was looking up where Edinburgh is from everybody.
See, I always get mistaken. Are you from London? If I'm like in a different country.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no, not from London.
It's not all you have over there is London, right? It's just London.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. That's the whole country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
I
true.
thought
We
you
hear
had
a lot about
Birmingham.
Liverpool.
Oh, no, that's Scotland, isn't it?
I threw off Zeffy when I knew where Edinburgh was.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, you know? I was like, yeah, I know things. Okay.
You're American, though. You're not supposed to know things.
Well, no, I'm not supposed to. That's true.
I've never been to Scotland either.
Sounds like a scary place.
I
Zeffy
wanna-
lives there.
I want to go to Scotland. I also want to go to Norway. I
Oh,
want to
dude.
go see a Vikings village.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Ta-da! Now we are done.
I was friends
It's-
with a Norwegian princess for a while.
Wow.
Rachel?
Really, I was
Oh.
friends with an Indian prince once.
Knuckles?
Yeah, he kept
Yeah.
asking me for money though.
She's like 16th in line.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty up there.
That's what I thought.
I don't know where my hair was.
I was like,
Or
wow, impressive.
not being straight royalty, that's actually pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! We are done.
You
Now
did
we
it.
have the face.
It's good.
And I think Randy wants to show us some TikToks when we go on break.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm not going on TikTok. You
Oh,
won't
no.
see me.
We'll
Yes.
post them everywhere. They'll go to
It'll be on the
YouTube.
Look
Yeah, I
at-
had to
look
give
at
up.
this.
Oh,
Oh,
Look at
really?
this.
YouTubes.
Look at this. This compound in the middle of the desert.
Is that your mom's house?
Yeah, it's my mom's house.
Ask her, where are the horses?
Well, let's see.
I do live out in
Where's-
the country out here.
I want to go out there and do a godforsaken land.
Where's Jiffy?
Where's the horses?
Well, okay, so
This is what I'm saying.
Chiquita is in here, and this is Penny, and this is Mama Horse, but Jiffy, she's in the round pen. She's not in the round pen on the Google Maps.
Well,
She must have
sure.
escaped.
She must have escaped.
She gets out sometimes, so
That's so cool, though.
yeah. And then look
I wanna
Look
just
at all
go
this desert that I used
ride
to
all over
play
the
in.
Desert, heck yeah.
up in the mountains.
Oh my
All
god.
this is this is the closest you can get land to the BLM. And all that I used to just walk around and explore all the time.
Let's go right now.
I'm saying we should
Let's
do
go. We're
a
gonna
travel
do a
cast
trip
from the desert.
to the desert.
Yeah. And then she
Well,
owns
from one desert to another desert.
this. This whole thing
That's crazy.
is hers.
Wow.
And then my sort of grandma, Ben's mom, lives here.
Okay.
And when we moved in, none of these guys were here. It was just us.
Wow.
But now there's houses down here, and Bill and Joe used to live here.
That's a lot of road for not a lot of.
A lot of
I
planning
know.
for
Look,
people
look
to
at that.
not live
There's
there.
there's road that goes nowhere.
Yeah.
It just stops, and there's
Mhm.
not even houses.
Yeah.
It's just random road.
Mm-hmm.
You have so much land over there. You're lucky.
It's true. Like, especially in New Mexico, the desert.
Oh, I was telling Randy about what is it? Freedom to roam, or right to roam? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the right to the right to passage or something like that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You pretty
it-
much have the right to go anywhere you want.
Well, in in Europe, because all of the like land is taken up by farmland,
Mm-hmm.
so they have the
Mhm.
right to roam through all that farmland in order to be out in nature.
Nice.
Because
Yeah, you have, like,
And
Yeah, you have like we've got because I live out in the country, so to speak here.
yeah,
So like if to walk dogs and stuff, you got like you go through like farmers' fields and things like that. Yeah.
That's cool.
no, I was
Right.
telling Randy about
Away.
that. Because all of that stuff out here is like private property, and if you walk
Yeah.
through somebody's like farmland or where their pastures are, like you risk getting shot out here.
yeah,
Ooh,
Yeah.
not just a ticket. Like it'll be the last place you ever see.
Yeah. Like, here's the great example of that. So, like, all this is explorable right here.
Hmm.
But then once you go this direction,
Yeah.
like right here and over, this
Yeah.
is owned by a ranch. And you can see this is where
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
yeah.
water their cows. But the cows free roam here. And if you are out there, you get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
There's also this power line that comes from Mexico.
Oh.
It's a major power line, and they use it to when you have people who entered the country illegally, they use the power line to get to
Oh, you just follow the
they
power
follow
line. Yeah.
to get to Hatch.
Wow.
And so we would have a lot of people that would stop at our place to get water and
Yeah.
food and like refuel.
Yeah, you told me about
What?
Because you don't want to
We have,
have
like,
enemies.
that. Cartel.
You don't
out
want the
there
cartel
and-
knowing that you're
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kinda.
That's cool. Break?
Break.
Break.
And
Okay.
then we'll be
We're
back.
going to take a break and then we'll be back, actually, because we're not going to shoot today. We're going to shoot while we're hanging out on the live.
Yeah.
That'll be the shoot.
Okay.
So we'll be back in like
I'll talk
10,
to you
12
guys
minutes.
shortly then.
Okay.
Sweet.
Bye, guys.
Okie dokie. Bye.
Bye.
Do you need to put on our...
I don't have the thing
Oh,
for it,
there's no thing. Ooh.
but I can do this. Do.
watch the TikTok. There we
We're back.
go. Are we though?
Yeah,
Oh.
we are.
Oh, we're back.
Here we go.
Back in time.
Look at that desert ass fucking home.
It's a weird insult.
I'm really
Desert ass
confused why Jiffy is not in her pen though.
Well, when was this even taken?
No. I've tried to convince her to do so that she could have a life again.
Oh.
Because at the moment she's only working really to pay for
Feed
the
the
horses,
horses.
and the horses don't get used as horses. They're just pets that don't get to go out and do things, you know?
Well, we'll have to go and take the horses and do things.
Mm-hmm. This one's my favorite, Chiquita.
It's riding time.
She's got trauma,
Oh.
but you can tell, like, she came up to me and we reconnected.
Oh. I love horses. I miss being around horses.
Yeah.
Hubba.
Hubba.
Hubba bubba.
Well, we're back. And in lieu of an episode, we're going to keep talking.
Yeah. Should we talk about our episodic things?
Yeah. We could start.
Okay.
Oh, we need to turn the camera a little bit. Sorry, camera.
So truly, welcome back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is what we were gonna do.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty on topic for.
Yeah. Do you want
Hello
to...
there.
Aha.
Is that Faye? Hey,
It's
Faye.
Faye. Hi, Faye. You're just in time. I was gonna say, do you want to put in the Discord that we're back?
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Just add everyone.
I'll
We're
do it.
live again. We're gonna do a live episode, actually.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a topic walkthrough.
Everyone
This is really topical considering our conversation
back.
just now.
and starting the topic conversation in lieu of an episode.
Yeah.
Send. Okay.
Did you guys get my email last night?
Oh, there's an email.
I'm gonna get it right
We
now.
did not know there was an email. We're gonna go look. I'm excited.
She's all
Oh,
wound up
and on about feet.
and on about feet. I did see this.
Oh my god.
Did you see?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Can't see.
Here, I zoom in for you. I make
Okay.
big.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hi. Give it a go. It's good. Aw. Sad. Make it innocent. Aw, Faye, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
There's pictures.
yeah. These are the
Oh, that's
Reddit
awesome.
responses.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Faye.
That's amazing. It's because Faye's amazing.
Yes. As always.
Oh,
So we're gonna do an episode walkthrough. We're
a
gonna
walkthrough.
not like a walkthrough, but we're gonna do what we would normally do for an episode in the live today,
Mhm.
in lieu of an actual episode.
Yeah.
So what's our topic today?
Well, we have two, right?
Yeah.
That are kind of connected.
Yes.
Knowing when to rest versus when to push through.
Mhm.
And then the thought that it's not fair that you're ill, and then the blame, anger, grief, and shame that come with that.
Yes. So talking about like the feelings of things being unfair, because it does come up, and we know that life's not fair, right? Like it's a thing. Life's not fair. It just isn't. But that doesn't stop the feelings and the thoughts that come up.
Yeah.
At times where you're like, dude, it's too much. It's not fair. And I can fully relate to that from where, like the trigeminal neuralgia kicked in, and going, oh my God. Oh, I did it again. There we go. Going, oh my God, everything I've gone through is not enough. And now we've got something else going on. This isn't fair. Like when is it enough was really the thought.
Right. Well, and like you knew that the trigeminal neuralgia was like the beginning of a new thing.
Yeah.
And that there's still more.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my God, how many years do I have left? How many weird things can still happen? I had shingles already. Like, what's next?
I've been having that same thought with the back pain again, because I haven't had back pain for years.
Yeah.
Like, I had surgery when I was 31, and it's been like 6 solid years of not having the back pain.
Yeah.
So having it back has been not fun. But
Right.
it totally is that, like, that's not fair. Like, I already did this.
Yeah.
I took care of it. It shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
And it's funny because you said you had like a moment in therapy that I thought was really good, where you were talking about how sometimes you dismiss the thought and the feeling associated with like a negative thought, but you need to not ignore the feeling because the feeling is real.
Right. Yeah.
But the thought may be wrong. The feeling still exists, and you
Right.
need to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, for me, like if I acknowledge the thought and I'm like, oh, that's not a real thing, and I can throw that away, but I also I don't acknowledge that there was a feeling attached, because I'm like, oh, that feeling's attached to a thought that's not real. Therefore, the feeling must not be real as well.
Yeah.
When in reality, like, feelings are important, and they're a lot more important than we want them to be.
Right. Well, because if you ignore it and it comes from something, like has a root
Right.
somewhere, and you just ignore it completely, that's just deflection.
Yeah.
And we do that too much.
Yeah.
We deflect.
We're good at that, like avoidance
With the ha-has.
The ha-ha, exactly.
I can't even say the ha-has without giggling.
It is the ha-has.
It is.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really cool that you came to that conclusion. She was very happy with that one too.
Good.
I was like, yeah.
She told me she was proud of me this week.
Yeah, her therapist is
I
proud.
did good job. Good girl. Pat on the head. Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are just finally understanding each other. More her to you, but
there's a lot more understanding, which is really what made that progress possible. And that's because, again, she asked me why we're making progress in this program and why we didn't in CPT, which was the program we ran last year. Last summer. And it was just, it didn't apply. A lot of it didn't apply, or it was full of things that I had already worked through, because it was a lot of like cognitive processing, right? You think through the thought, like, and it's about stuck points and all of that. And I don't have stuck point thoughts.
You'd already moved past it.
Like the thoughts I had managed.
Yeah.
That was fine.
What's the stuff you're doing now called? Emotional?
It's like emotional
regulation?
No, it's emotional expression and I don't remember. Hold on.
It's interesting that like that this is what got you to acknowledge more.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called actually.
Yeah.
But it's like emotional expression and processing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
something.
It's basically relearning how to express feelings instead of repress feelings. So for me, I like to intellectualize all of my feelings.
Right.
I'm good at that. My brain is very, very good at talking to itself. And that's where I have that leg up. And that's why CPT wasn't the thing for me, because I already had all of those ingrained skills for, like, talk to yourself, think about it. I do that very quickly and in the moment.
Well, it's built in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something we just do now.
Well, and it's interesting. We talked about how, like, without the trauma, we would not, I don't know that we would be as emotionally intelligent as we are.
No, absolutely not.
So it's an interesting thing to be like coming out of something that's horrible and yucky and being like, yeah, but now I have this weird superpower.
Yeah.
It's weird and I don't know I like it, but I have this weird superpower now.
Yeah, it's one of those, if you would have to do it all again,
Yeah.
you probably would do it all again.
Oh, yeah.
Just the same.
Oh, yeah. Well, because that's the thing is like the bad things make you who you are just as much as the good things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important. It's important because those bad things are your learning. You are learning through them. They are the lessons that are taught.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the fun thing about being a parent, and the not so fun thing about being a parent is you have to let them make certain mistakes.
Yeah.
Even though you know, like, I just recently had that problem with Ren. She had a friend, and this friend turned out to be just a drama troll who would fall apart if she didn't get enough attention from everybody all the time.
Yeah.
And so she had to like distance herself from her, and
that's hard.
it is.
Yeah.
But I was there to help her after.
Yeah.
And I warned her ahead of time. I was like, I think this is probably gonna not go well. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I let her do it.
Yeah. No, I think it's hard. It's hard because within the therapy that I'm doing now, there's a lot of like, they talk about avoidance a lot. We avoid in a different way, but a lot of people avoid like experiences, thoughts, feelings, emotions, pain, and we're not avoidant of most of those things.
No.
We're really like, we want to dive in. It's like when you find something that hurts and you just, instead of like, oh my God, that hurts, I'll never touch it again, we're like, what is that? Keep poking it until you figure it out. What is that?
It's the movement.
What hurts me?
It's like, this hurt for some reason.
And they're
then
like,
you're
don't do that. And
"Let
you're
me
like, but I
figure it
need
out."
to know why.
Yeah. I gotta find the problem.
Yeah.
And then when I understand it, I'm good to go.
Right. Well, and that's our whole thing, and that's the intellectualization of it.
Yeah.
Is like, if we can understand something, we're good.
Yeah.
We're golden. Which is why, like, my therapist said something that was off base. When she was like, she was talking about how like your brain receives all the pain signals equally.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, they don't.
Because we background noise it.
Yeah.
It's not something that like is always the same.
Right.
Like she was saying that it's all pain is bad.
Yeah.
But it's
just is.
right.
Like when you're in pain all the time, it stops being moral. Like, and that's the thing. That's what drives me crazy that I've seen a lot recently, just across the board throughout my life, is the moralization of experiences and even emotions.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, that's bad. We can't experience that. That's bad.
Well, we pointed it out like a couple episodes ago. And since then I've been noticing it everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, this person is moralizing something that shouldn't. Like, like the kids will do it and I'll be like, no guys, it's not bad. It's just is.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing is like, we're really good at the just is.
Yeah.
But I think that it was interesting. I was having a conversation about like AA and how they're taught to find their like higher power. And I was talking about how like for us, our higher power is basically the natural order, right? Where like things just are. We are being and doing. We are verbs. We are not nouns. We believe that like time goes on. So when something like bad, quote unquote, is occurring, we're like, it's not bad, it's not good, it just is. It's not happening to me. It's not being done to me.
Yeah.
It's just happening. Or they're just doing it. And that was really huge for me to be able to like not take life personally.
Right.
Because we everything just is, and it is until it isn't, and then it won't be until it is again.
Yeah. On the flip side though, I've had it where I've had to personalize past experiences where I distance myself from them by doing that.
Yes.
You know, like there's the thing that happened in middle school. It was until I was called a victim of it that it didn't really connect.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was like, no. I was there and it happened. I'm not the victim. Like I wasn't targeted.
I experienced that when someone called me a survivor.
Yeah.
That was a weird term
Mhm.
because like I've had people be like, "Oh, you're strong for, oh my God, wow, you're just," blah, blah, blah," and I hated that. Or like, "Oh, that's inspirational." No, it's not. It just was.
Right.
But then somebody called me a survivor, and I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
That means
See,
it
I
happened
never,
to me.
I never understood why everyone always says, oh, you're so brave, inspirational, blah blah blah, because we have to deal with mental illness. Like we chose this. No, what's brave and inspirational are people who chooses to go skydive and chooses to go run a 25K.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
inspirational. But this is just something we have to deal with.
I think that's part of the problem too, is that they're presenting it like you're doing it for some greater purpose.
Right, exactly.
But we're doing it because we have to. Like
'Cause it's a moralization.
that or don't.
Really, it's a moralization. They're moralizing your ability to be a productive member of society
Mhm.
through your illness.
Right.
Because that's good. You're a good disabled person.
Well,
Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
I just realized that and I hate it. I am not happy about the thought that I just had.
you
Ew.
monster.
That was gross. Oh.
Yeah.
But it makes sense as to why it like rubs us the wrong way. Because we're
Mhm.
like, but it's not. This is my life.
Right.
And it's that same thing of like, I'm not inspirational because I decided to get up and make pancakes instead of crying in my bed for my entire life. Because like, what's next?
Mhm.
You can lay there and cry and not do the things. But what after that?
Right.
Eventually, you either die or you get up and do the things.
Fact.
Those are our choices. Die, get up and do stuff. Wow, I chose the get up and do stuff.
Yeah.
Partly because I was bored. But
Yeah. I couldn't wait for death. I got bored.
it was boring. I don't know.
Had no other reasons.
I also felt really guilty that people were like, "Can I get you something?" And then I was like, "Never."
I'm gonna do that from now on. Whenever you're having a bad day, can I get you something? What do you need?
Death. I'm waiting
I
for
can't,
death.
I can't deliver that. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for death now. Go away. I'm waiting.
I just cosplay as death. Is this what you want? Does
Yeah.
this make you happy?
This is what I want. Now take me by the hand, tell me I'm pretty, kiss me on my forehead, and tuck me in.
Give me forehead kisses and tuck me in. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's a comic that Krieg should make right there. I want that. So if you're watching this, Krieg,
Yeah. That's fantastic. I
Waiting
love
from the
that.
Grim Reaper.
yeah, exactly. I'm waiting from the Grim Reaper.
Yep.
I want to go on a trip.
It's such a calming. I don't know. To me, that sounds morbid, but it's also like
It's
super
adorable.
chill. Right.
The Grim
that's
Reaper's gonna show up. He's gonna kiss you on your forehead. He's gonna tuck you in, tell you you're pretty, pat you on your head,
And yeah.
and then good night.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Even if it's a cosplay, like tuck me in that way. I'm game. If I die in my sleep, cool beans.
It's just in case you want
Just
to.
in case. Yeah.
Who says role play has to be sexual?
I just want somebody to cosplay as the Grim Reaper. Come to my house, preferably through a window.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
No, through a
You
window.
gotta float. It's gotta flow correctly.
They should have like a fog machine, so it looks like
Yeah.
it float. Yeah.
I need
I gotcha.
I need the what is it? The
Aesthetics.
yeah. I was thinking of like
You know what?
suspension of disbelief.
Oh.
There we
yeah.
go. That's what I needed.
You don't want to ruin your immersion.
Right.
It may be a little oversized, but I have a 15-foot size that you can borrow for this.
I think the
Cosplay.
bigger the better when it comes to the Grim Reaper. I'm just
There
saying.
you go. Will it fit through the window?
And it'll be awkward, like trying to get it in, but
Need the whole show.
And he'll be like the apocalyptic one because
The whole show,
it's
yeah.
actually a tree trimming, one of them old school tree trimmers.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a rated C. Nice.
wow.
Yeah, it's
It's rated. Now for kids. No, not for children. Bad. Oh my
Well,
god, we
this is
diverged
I
so
don't
far.
know. I don't know if I should say this or not, but it could be for kids.
I want to be a doctor just like you when I grow up. Aw, you're not gonna grow up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to topic now. Holy cow.
Hey, it was a fun ride.
I don't know where we went, but I'm back.
Welcome back. Here's your coffee and your topics.
Thank you. Had a lovely trip.
Yeah.
The Grim Reaper was there.
Oh, wait,
my
we
god.
should talk a bit about that, like knowing when to rest and when to push through, because that we were talking about that outside.
Yeah. Because, okay, so this is super on topic as well, because I got on yesterday with my therapist, and she's like, how are you doing? And I was like, I am unhappy today. I don't feel good. I've been working out, and the weather is shifting, and everything hurts, and I'm gonna do cardio later.
And the first thing she said
She was like,
should
you be doing that? Not like that. She's very nice. But she was like, Karina, I wonder if maybe you should like dial it back on the working out. And I was like, no.
Yes, that's exactly how it
I
went
was
down.
just like, no, this is momentum.
Yeah.
This is keeping me in movement. This is how I am like continuing doing life and not having to have days where I lay in my bed all the time.
Yeah. Well, you haven't done anything bad per se either.
No,
You
I haven't like injured
yourself.
myself.
Right. You've been really good.
Yeah.
You're doing everything. You're like monitoring your form when you do
Right.
those, and then
Right.
you're doing your cardio. Like,
Yeah.
it's good.
You're not out here deadlifting 350 pounds.
Well,
well-
she does that for fun sometimes, but not for exercise.
Well, and my trainer
That's
stops
all
me when
Tuesday.
my heart rate gets too high and is like, okay, we're gonna watch it go down. He's
Yeah.
still enthralled, by the way, with POTS. He thinks it's the most interesting friggin' thing the
'Cause it's
world has ever
weird.
known. Yeah. But he
But
loves making me
why-
lay down and do stuff because he's like, your heart rate is totally fine right now. And I'm like, yeah.
Also got
I
a
don't
personal
understand
trainer.
why the person is saying you should dial it back on your working out though, because it's keeping your mind busy
Yeah.
and it's helping out you and it's helping you out physically.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I think she's
And-
just like,
So why would she want you to stop?
I
Right.
think she thinks that the pain is worse than it is.
Yeah.
Or she thinks I think the pain is worse than it is. I don't know which one it is.
It's
Well,
hard to
But
tell
she
because
treats me very much like I avoid pain sometimes.
Mhm.
And then other times she's like, maybe you should be less reckless. But I'm like, I'm just
Well,
doing
that goes
cardio. I'm not
yeah.
being bad.
That goes on about what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, about how the doctors ask you what your pain level is, you tell them, and they're like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
No, it's right. But she was talking about this, and then my husband, because we went and did cardio again yesterday, and then we're gonna maybe do cardio today
I might do
again.
cardio today.
Yeah, we might. We're gonna FaceTime
Hey,
instead of going to the gym together.
if
It'll
it
be
works,
fun.
it works.
Yeah. If you can figure out how to screen record, get it. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I have
Okay.
2 phones, remember?
Oh, that's true.
I could record with one and then FaceTime you with the other one.
Nice. But it brought up the topic of like knowing when to rest versus knowing when to push through something.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is giving yourself the grace to rest. when
Yeah, I
you
was gonna say
need to.
more than I think the most common thing in EDS or with people with any
Mhm.
like mental disorders is the like not doing the thing.
Right.
Because you want to push through,
Yeah.
right? You want to be active, and you'll hurt yourself to
Mhm.
make a point to yourself that you can do
Yes.
things.
Hurt body, clean house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. It's more. It's like more knowing and giving yourself the time and patience to rest.
Right. Well, and it was also interesting. She was like, maybe you need to like intellectualize and talk to your body. And I'm like, sweetie, I already do that.
Yeah.
I really already do that. Karen and I have conversations about like, ow. And then I'm like, what? What ow?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know why, but this hurts now. And you're like, okay, is it a bad ow or is it like an okay ow that we can like work through?
Yeah.
Do you need me to hold your hand? Are you okay? Okay, we're good. We got stuff to do, honey. Let's
Let's hurry it up.
go. Come on. But it's like hanging out with a toddler or a fitful teenager.
Yeah.
We already do this. But then how do you identify when it's time to rest?
You have people yell at you. That's what did it for me. Like learning when I was overdoing it because people
Yeah.
could see it on you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I trained myself to identify it. It's like, I think
fair.
there's an instance that sticks out to me when I was helping Pedro put up that giant TV,
Oh yeah.
the 70-inch giant mega TV
Uh-huh.
that weighed like 1 billion pounds.
Yeah.
He told me, he's like, no, you sit and you watch. And I was like, but I could. He's like, no, you're overdoing it, because he was a nurse. Like he knows.
Yeah.
And he could see it on me that I was overdoing it.
Yeah.
And then kind of from there, I started working backwards from it, like listening and
It's hard too because not a lot of people are gonna notice
right.
when you're overdoing it.
Yeah, it has to be
it-
someone close to you.
Right, and it takes that like kind of peripheral watching out to notice.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I have Jen and Rin, and Rin's all over it.
Yeah.
Rin will berate me if I'm doing
Oh, yeah.
bad things.
She's like, knock it off.
So
Sit down.
one of my things to know when to take a rest is like, let's say I'm doing something like what you're talking about. You're helping someone put up a TV or whatever,
Yeah,
and you get irritated. The littlest things
Oh.
irritate.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
your
that's a good time
nerves.
to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
where your nerves run thin
Yeah,
and you're a little frayed on the edges. Yeah.
yeah, you don't connect it to it until
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's a really good one.
Yeah, usually if I notice that I'm dysregulated,
Yeah.
that's when I know that like this is going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're like, I don't know if you've had this experience, but when I work out, I know that I have to stop the movement when my heart rate gets to a certain point
Yeah.
because my body starts to shake,
Mm-hmm.
and then the movement is not controlled and it's not
I feel that way in the
correct.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually if I get to a certain point, the body shakes and you're not like you can't utilize things anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're dysregulated because you're trying to fight through something that your body can't fight through.
Yep.
And it's just time to take a break at that point, and it's time to stop and be kind to yourself
Mhm.
and not be angry that your body is shaking and can't do the thing, because you lose more control than it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I'm good about it now.
Mhm.
Like, but for years before I knew I was bipolar, I would get tag teamed by EDS and bipolar.
Uh-huh.
Like they would gang up on me and be like, okay, now you're gonna move the entire house and you're not gonna feel happy until it's done, and then you're gonna cry afterwards because of
It's
how much.
gonna hurt
Yeah.
a lot.
And you're gonna love it. Like, okay, I guess. Because I did.
Punish yourself.
I would just dive into projects and do whatever I could.
Yeah.
Because I needed control
Mhm.
and I needed change.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that was to just rearrange the house.
the house. Yeah.
And I always had a good reason for it too.
Mhm.
Like every time I moved, it was like, this will work better because of this reason.
Yeah.
And it did. But then I would just come up with another reason to undo it.
Move it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Poor
I
Rin.
haven't done that in 3 years
Yeah, it's been a long time.
since
He's
I've been
been very
diagnosed.
good. He's been very good.
Truth.
But yeah, the knowing when to rest. I think I have a harder time like emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
So like knowing when to rest, like I said, if I know I'm dysregulated,
Then you'll.
then I'll call it. But usually it's like if I notice I'm dysregulated at home where I can have my space, then I'll call it. If I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm pushing through.
Well, it depends too, because there are times that you'll get projects and you don't want to kill the momentum.
Yeah.
You need to keep doing things, even though you know that it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
You can't stop in the middle of the day and stop
Right.
fully, because then you're done.
Well, because that's the thing. Like when I get so burnt out that everything is built on that momentum, and
Mhm.
like you wake up and you want to cry because you're awake again, and you're like, here we go. This is gonna be so hard. I'm hoping this year will not be like that. Jeez. But working full time and having to do it ill is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, and the world does expect you to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're ill. There's no exception here. Like, go make some money.
Yeah.
Bye.
I always feel bad when that happens to you, because it's like, it's a societal expectation.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hope you're not feeling like pressure from me.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's like, I'm worried that somehow I'm perpetuating you to like, I'm like, yeah, you should do that. You're like, yes, I must do that now. You know
It's
what I
a
mean? Like,
remote
One
control.
of the things that I really hate, and it happens to me quite often, you know you need to do things, and you're unmotivated all day long. But when it's like 2 a.m. and you get that sudden burst of energy,
Yeah.
but people are sleeping, so you
Yep.
can't do anything.
Yeah. Where you're like, I want a vacuum. Everyone's asleep.
You know what my go-to for that was?
Huh.
Computers. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
tear apart and rebuild my computers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get them cleaned up, get everything nice again, and just rebuild it overnight.
Oh, God.
I did that a lot, too. I just connected that dot.
Yeah.
That was my, I don't want to keep people up. I gotta be
Right.
quiet.
I need to mania quietly.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get like,
My go-to is usually coloring. I mean, it's not something
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to do, but it's a task and
Yeah.
something that I can complete.
That's a good one, though, because that's not destructive.
Right,
And
you're
it
not
is a
being
good outlet. Like, 'cause you've been doing the Mandelas, right?
yeah. It's a
Mhm.
mindfulness. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a really good one.
I'm doing one right now as we speak.
There you
Nice.
go. No, I am not that like organized. Because usually it's just like I make myself go to bed.
Right.
So I'm like, oh,
Wait.
there's no way. But
You're organized?
I'm not organized at all. At all. It's bad.
I need to learn these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad. I don't rest until I am broken, until I'm falling asleep standing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
have
hard.
trouble sleeping in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I only sleep for about 4 hours at a time.
Chris is the
That's
same way.
yes, exactly the same for me.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I mean, there's a reason why I don't go to bed until 4 a.m. and wake up at 11 every day.
Yeah.
No.
And you have the opposite.
I
You just can't stay asleep.
I can't stay asleep, and I always perpetually feel like I haven't ever had enough sleep.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
something in my brain that just drives this like I don't know, I used to have a crash day,
Yes.
right? Like I would work all week and then I would spend a day sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Like a full day of the weekend I would be unconscious.
Right.
And don't talk to me because I'm grouchy and dysregulated and I'm trying to re-regulate myself from the week that I put myself
Yep.
through. And now that I don't have a crash day, it's almost compulsive at this point
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, how much more sleep can I get?
Right.
Can I squeeze another hour out? Like, when can I push it to when I have to get up? Like,
yeah.
so there's like this compulsive need for more sleep all the time because I never feel like I've had enough sleep.
Yeah.
And then my therapist was like, sleep less.
Yeah. She wanted her to compress her sleep.
And that hasn't helped either.
No.
We have the same problems, especially with like the night sweats because you wake up and there's no like instant putting yourself back to sleep when you're
No.
soaking wet.
Yeah. And
You have
freezing
to,
or
like-
hot. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I hate
Ugh.
the ice sweats.
I'm wet and I'm cold and my blankets are wet
Mm-hmm.
and everything is wet and I'm upset about it.
Yeah. What? You're going to take the time to dry everything, go dry
Yeah.
yourself out.
Yeah. Flip your blanket around.
Ugh.
And then by then you're like, huh, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or you think you've peed yourself.
Yeah.
That has
like,
happened to me.
a lot.
Yeah.
Hands up. Me too.
Or you'll like dream that you're in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
And then you
Yeah.
freak yourself out because you're like, no, don't pee in your sleep.
Dude, that happened to me
I
last
live in
night.
night sweats.
I woke up and was like, did
Yeah.
I? Did I? No.
Oh, I hate night sweats. Faye's got them too.
Mm-hmm.
They're awful.
Yeah, they're crap. They are. I thought it was menopausal, but
No.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah. Well, and mine will just show.
You took your
I
time.
didn't take. Yeah, I didn't catch that right off the bat. Wow. I just was accepting of them.
You're like, yeah, no,
you
that
have
happens.
menopause now. What? No, and nobody can tell us why.
Mm-mm.
Everyone's
Never,
like,
never.
have you ever taken your temperature?
Yes.
And I'm like, it's nothing. There's
The most
then they're
remarkable thing is sometimes it's a low grade fever, like 99. But
Right.
people tend to
Well, but
have
that's
hotter
like-
temperatures at night anyway.
exactly when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
like, no, and usually I wake up freezing. Freezing. So by then, like, I can't take my temperature as to when I was sweating.
yeah.
And then other people are like, maybe it's nightmares. And I'm like, no, it's definitely not that.
No, it's straight up dysregulated systems.
Yeah.
Your autonomics are not
Nope.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, at that point, the nightmare begins when you actually wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then you have to somehow put
Because then
yourself
you have
back
to deal
to
with
sleep.
all of the sweatiness.
Yeah. No, it's horrible.
I had someone tell me once, um, yeah, I was spending the night in Big Boy House, we'll just put it that way. And it was my very first night there. And I woke up in the middle of the night panicking because I forgot where I was or something happened. And I started
Oh.
getting the cold sweats, right? And my roommate, he was telling me, he's like, "Oh, just wash yourself off in the sink, go back to sleep, you'll be fine." But that's not how this works, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
God, that
I
would
was,
really mess me
I was
up
like,
because
Yeah.
I have sleep.
Oh yeah, you forget where you are sometimes.
Yeah,
And
fully.
who you are and your whole life.
I have sleep amnesia.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a thing or not, but
It's so weird.
It's
Very
like-
interesting.
it's like something having to do with
sounds
REM sleep.
scary.
Yeah.
But like when I wake up in REM, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, where am I?
Uh-huh.
Don't know where I am, and I don't know who Jen is. And
Oh.
I'm like,
Like you. Well, sorry.
no, go
It's
ahead.
like
go
you're
ahead.
lost on your timeline.
Yeah,
You don't know where to install yourself.
right. And I'm like, do I know Jen? I
Mhm.
have to know Jen. Is this my wife? Is my wife gonna be mad? Am I cheating on my wife? Because I know I'm married.
Yeah.
But I can't connect that Jen's the person.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I feel like I'll have emotions about her.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh, I love this person. This is weird. And then like after 5 minutes, I'll be like, oh no, okay, yeah, no, everything makes sense now.
That's so distressing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Imagine if that happened
So
while I
it's
was
pretty much-
septic.
Oh God, no.
You wake up before you actually wake up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now I get.
Like you're awake, your eyes are open, you see what's happening, but your brain is still sleeping in the REM
Mhm.
stage of sleeping.
Yeah. That's what
That's pretty
I
much what
think it
happened.
is. Yeah.
I wonder if that's what happens when, like, you know, when you realize you're awake. You don't wake up. You just are like suddenly
Awake.
aware that you are
Yeah.
awake. I get that a lot too.
Mhm. Yeah, and like I said, I've had like hallucinations when I wake up where I'm seeing patterns
Oh yeah.
because I'm still in REM. Like
Yeah.
the chemicals are still active in my brain, but I'm visually looking like my hand and I'm seeing like squiggles
I've
that
had
move.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't think anything of
What
that.
about the times when you're sitting there sleeping, dreaming and everything, and your phone starts ringing, but yet in your dream it's just music
Oh yeah. Yeah.
or
I get that one a lot.
something going on in your dream and you don't think nothing of it?
Yeah, you
'cause
like
it's just a
integrate the
dream.
things around you.
Yeah. I also do this
Yeah.
thing. Okay, so I have a tendency for like the maladaptive daydreaming already.
Yeah.
And so I do this thing where I dream chase. I will like get really ingrained in a dream. And
If
then
I am
don't
asleep
want
and
to
you
wake
wake
up.
me up suddenly, I will cry.
Yeah, me
Oh.
too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Faye.
Or I get really angry. People are scared of me. if
Faye
they
said,
wake me up
if
just
I'm asleep
suddenly.
and you wake me up suddenly, I will cry.
No, but I'll like I get mad. Like I'm in the dream. You didn't let me finish.
Right.
I was doing something, or I wanted to know how that played out, or like and they all take place
Yeah.
in the same like dreamscape.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like a continuing story almost.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I was
Mhm.
watching that. I was doing the thing and
Yeah.
you interrupted me, and I want to go back to sleep simply for the fact that I could finish that dream.
Yeah.
See, I don't dream really at all.
Plus, I talk in my sleep.
I don't know if it's lack of
Or
sleep.
do you just not remember them?
No, I just don't dream. Rarely.
Yeah.
Rarely I do. I dream.
Randy was like that. Randy hates
Hmm.
dreaming. When you remember your dreams, because you didn't used to dream, and then he started taking a medication, that made you dream, and
Oh.
he hated it.
Yeah.
But like
I love dreaming.
I don't
dreaming is
dream
the
either.
best.
Yeah, Faye says she doesn't dream
It
either.
really is.
It's really interesting.
I feel the most comfortable in my dreams.
Well, and I like the stories that play out, even when they're
Yeah.
like horror movies. I'm still ingrained. Like I'm still
Yeah, last night
invested.
was a zombie
Yeah.
dream I had.
Yeah.
Where like it was like everybody.
But you're
We're
still
with us.
invested.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's
I
not
wanted
like
to know
I
how it
need to
ended.
wake
Same
up
with
to
me.
escape.
Yeah.
It's black.
Wow, that's
so
so
There was
weird.
this one dream I had that I was out cruising around with the boys in a tan Chevy pickup truck, right?
Mhm.
Except we were cruising around in the ocean. And then
Nice.
Batman came out of the ocean in some big old spacecraft, and we started fighting Batman. And now we're
Oh, you
going
told us
to
about
Yeah,
this.
I
Yeah.
remember this.
yeah.
It's so funny. No, and
I
I'll
want
dream
to
like horror thrillers a lot,
Mm.
but they're fun. They're never actually like super upsetting.
Yeah.
So I never have that like, oh my God, I woke up because I was having a nightmare. I just continue the dream because I'm like, no, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'm in this. What happens next?
And like Faye said, I talk in my sleep. I talk in
I
my
used to.
what's it called? The dusk. Like when you're
Oh yeah,
you're
like Twilight.
when I'm twilighting, I talk. And I'll talk gibberish.
That's fun.
And then I'll catch myself and then I'll be confused because I said that. I'm like, what? And
Mhm.
Jen will be looking at me and I'm like,
There have been times, so when I'm dreaming, I sleep hard.
mm-hmm.
Like he'll get worried because he can't wake me up if I'm dreaming.
Yeah, Jen does
And
that.
then he'll wake me up and then I will talk a string of nonsense.
Yeah.
And then be mad at him because I know I'm not making sense.
Yep. Verbatim.
And then I'm like, I don't know what I was trying to say to you. I was dreaming. I don't
See,
know.
part of that for me though is that I'm trying to remember what I
Yes.
said, like how it was connected to the dream, but I'm
Exactly.
losing it at the
Yeah.
same time, but I'm not making sense. It's
Yep.
like I can't explain it.
Randy, do you remember what I said that time you had to wake me up and I was talking in my sleep? There were like children and something. I don't remember.
Oh man, I almost
It was
remember this.
funny. I just don't know what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know.
it'll come to you.
Sometimes I talk in my sleep. But if I talk in my sleep, like on my own, I'll wake myself up.
Yeah, same.
Because I know what my voice sounds like in my head versus like out of my
Outside,
head.
yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I think it's just a delicate balance of like, especially getting back to like knowing when to rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of learning to be kind to yourself.
Right. And it's like our grandpa says, like it's really handy to think of it as you take care of yourself so that you can take care of others.
Yeah.
Like for me, that's like, oh yeah, I probably should because
It's the like you can't pour from an empty cup thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 You know, they always say treat others the way you want to be treated. Well, that goes the same way with you. Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, Doggo. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, and that depersonalizes it because
Mhm.
a lot of people have a hard time being kind to themselves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, you can still be sassy and be kind to yourself. I was sarcastic as all hell when I was learning not to be mean
So was
in
I.
my self-talk.
That I mean, that's like the beginning of the podcast. That's
Yeah.
where we were.
Right.
Like we're working on self-talk, but we were
Right.
very sarcastic about it.
And now if I'm mean
But
to
then
myself, I'm like,
you-
that wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
Rude. I'm sorry.
But you also have the issue of having different personalities and different friend groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with you guys, I'm more open and, well, not really open, but like more, I don't know how else to say this, but goody two shoes.
No, I
Right? I'm
understand
more
what you mean.
goody two shoes talking to you guys. But
Right.
with the homie across the street,
Oh
I
yeah.
still reek
know,
at self-talk.
we're all about keeping it gangster.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Keeping it G.
Mm-hmm.
So
Faye
you
says-
gotta remember that though too.
Yeah.
That there's different personalities, and so you have to find different ways to deal with and things in different. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes perfect sense because like I deal with things differently when I'm at home than I would at work.
Oh, definitely.
At
Yeah.
work, there's more like push through, push through, push through, push
Mhm.
through than there is when I'm like, even here, like you and I are able to, even if we're having a really good time, we can be like, you know what, I'm fading, you're fading, let's call it and we'll come back
Exactly.
to it
Yeah.
later. And we're really good about that because we know that the consequences aren't there, right?
Right.
Like there's no negative consequence to
Right.
taking
No one's
care
gonna
of yourself.
interpret it a
Nobody's
certain
gonna
way.
be mad at you. Yeah. But at work, it's different.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
have
have to
stakes.
toe a line and
Mhm.
there's more at stake and there's more consequence and there's less understanding and so no, it makes perfect sense that you would have to find, just like we code switch in general, you'd
Yeah.
have to find a different code for looking after yourself in those
Mhm.
situations. And maybe it looks different. So for me, it's a
How
lot
do
of like, I take my lunches and I go drive around for 20 minutes and then
Yeah.
I come back and see everybody for 10 and then go back to my job.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too because you're making a conscious decision to take care of yourself over like socializing because
Yeah.
you miss out on the lunch
Yeah.
socialization that
Mhm.
happens.
But I also know that like, I need to be by myself
Yeah.
for a little while or I'm going to implode.
Hmm.
How do you start being kind to yourself?
I guess we would start here. Like, what is your internal monologue like?
That's a good
Who
one.
mine? I, s- I suppose mine is I can't rest until I'm absolutely like almost on the floor. I don't know why.
So it's like a
Or-
justification of like, I can't
Yeah.
be tired unless I've accomplished.
Hmm. You have to earn it.
I have to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or I'll add to the list. Like
This
I'll just do this.
justifies my tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not
Or
like
someone
outright
else.
mean, but it is productivity driven.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think the big one for me that helps with productivity is changing the self-talk to like not right now.
Right.
Like I'm going to be done for right now. I'm going to finish that later. Like I will come back to it. Like reassuring your own brain that you are going to come back to it,
Mhm.
but also acknowledging the fact that you're like,
Yeah.
I
I
need to
also
take a
don't
break.
have one. If my brain makes me sad, I
Okay.
usually wow
I have the
leftist.
problem of like the it is what it is mentality, so I might as well not do anything about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say yesterday I had to make that same call where it's like I could spend all day grinding out the episode and fighting with it, and then earn rest at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I was able to halfway through the day go, I'm not gonna get it done today. I'm
Right.
gonna relax and
Yeah.
rest before we do the lives.
Yeah.
And it was I think the good call,
Right.
like the right call,
Well, and that's the thing is like not today is not ever.
right?
And I think that makes a big difference. So even if you're like, I will come back to this and you set yourself like a date or a time for it, cool. Whatever it takes to reassure your brain that you're not dipping out, it's not laziness.
Mhm.
So when you have to bow out of something or you have to like stop a task partway through, which is so frustrating. I understand that. I hate that. I hate like leaving a task halfway
Well,
finished.
ADHD brain doesn't like that either.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm like,
that's a no-no.
but we didn't do the thing. We have to do the thing to get the brain rewards. Rawr.
Yeah.
Or like, that'll make me productive and I will have earned my humanship for the day.
Yeah.
Do you ever, like physically?
It's a great
I get
call.
agitated.
We got a new
that
type
I
of
have
video.
to finish that
A walkthrough.
Yeah.
task, or I can.
Yeah. No, I get that too, Cupcake, where you like you get mad. You're like, I want to just finish the thing. I need
Yep.
to finish the one thing. But then the self-talk turns into like, why can't I do this one thing?
Right.
And then that's not a happy, healthy place to
No.
be.
Well,
No, it's a spiral.
yeah,
Yes, exactly.
those are the times when we were starting out where being like even mocking the act of calling yourself out works
Yeah.
because you're still noticing.
Right.
So like I would be like beep, Chris, like making fun of myself. Like you saw it all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Like in the beginning, I was just like mock myself left and right.
Yeah.
But it helped me identify that was an unhelpful thinking style.
Right.
And then the self-talk slowly improved.
Yes. Well, and learning that there's also this big piece, at least for me, that is like, I don't have to be the body because that hurts, right?
Yeah.
If I was the body, that would be overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But I can be with the body.
Right.
And that's that like marriage of, it really is, for me at least, in my head, it's like trying to soothe a toddler
Yeah.
or calming down an irrational, crazy teenager who's just like out for blood all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro,
That's I mean
chill.
that was what your analogy used at the very, very beginning. I
Mhm.
think in the first episode we shot, we talked about this, where
Yeah.
it's you're with a child,
Yeah.
and you have to deal with the tantrums,
Right.
but you also can
But I
guide.
also gotta be the adult.
Yeah.
And I can make calls based on like what that kid is telling me at the time.
Yep.
So like, oh, we are fitting and nothing is soothing. It's probably time to like go home and
Mhm.
look after this kid
Yeah.
because we're not in a happy place. Or sometimes it's just like, ow, ow,
That was yesterday.
ow.
We weren't out yesterday. We were just like, today sucks. Like, for no reason,
Yeah.
yesterday was bad.
Right. But like calling it out, getting it out of you so that those feelings don't build into that spiral
Yeah.
of like frustration.
Yeah, externalize it. And then it becomes more tangible, I guess.
Right.
That
Right.
was the other thing we did. That was like step 2, was
Yeah.
to be like with Jen or with you and
Mhm.
Randy, it's like, that hurt my feelings.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But that upset me.
Being like, I hurt my own feelings just
Yeah,
now.
because you made a joke and
Ooh, wow.
that hit too hard.
Yeah.
Jen did that the other day. She made a joke and I was like,
If I
"Oof."
get too upset
got
with my
deep.
brain, I usually say all day, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. Is there any day where it's hard to deal with yourself?
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Every day is hard to deal with myself, Faye.
I get what you're saying, though, Faye. Like, there are
Yeah.
days when we're harder on ourselves, for
Oh,
sure.
yes. Well, and that's like the value of finding out when you're dysregulated.
Hmm.
Because if you're dysregulated, you can't soothe the toddler.
Right.
You can't. It's not going to happen. You have to soothe yourself so that you can soothe the toddler.
Right.
And it's just like the don't shake a baby. You got to leave the room sometimes. Be like, I'm tossing my hands up and like I'm over it
Mhm.
with dealing with this body for a moment.
Right.
And then I don't even know, you kind of separate and then come back to it.
Mhm.
But also I found that talking out loud helps so much.
It does.
And it helps to ingrain that self-talk in a more tangible
Yep.
way more quickly.
Yeah.
So even when I'm like,
See,
I had a mean
even-
thought, I apologize to myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, haha, that was not nice. Wow, I'm really sorry. You're not stupid. That was just a silly thing we just did.
Even when I'm talking to just to myself like that, it's feels embarrassing.
Yeah.
It will for a little while.
I think that's why mocking it helps,
Right.
because you're
Like
still doing
bringing
it.
the sarcasm in when you first start.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's really how I got going.
Right. When
'Cause it
you're
was
like,
funny,
I'm
too.
stupid. And then you're like, I'm not supposed to call myself stupid.
Yep.
That was bad. Go for it.
Yeah.
Have at it. There was so much sarcasm.
Oh my God. I'm just remembering the first time we sat on the couch, we were like,
Yeah.
no one's going to like this.
I know.
Because we were just sitting there like, ugh.
Well, and then
It's a
being
rough
like,
day.
bringing the mean, dialing the mean back
Mhm.
into sarcasm was kind of the next step.
Yeah.
Where the meanness turned sarcastic.
Right. You were making fun of the mean, not the
Right.
like act of calling it out.
Right.
Yep.
No, there's definitely talk to yourself. There's I think, and I will hold to, there is so much value in being able to communicate within yourself.
Hmm.
It's unbelievable what it is like to be able to just take a minute, have a conversation with yourself,
Mhm.
to yourself, at yourself. Hugely valuable.
Or like finding someone to say it to.
yeah.
Like that's the other thing we do. Like I was saying, like I'll tell Jen
Mhm.
that I did something today that hurt my feelings and it was stupid. Just, get it out there. And it'll help people, like that's explicit communication
Yeah.
between you and someone else.
Right.
Helps them understand where you're coming from and
Well,
how your
and
brain
we
works.
do a lot of like commiserating where we're like, everything is terrible and the body is stupid.
I never do
I
that.
hate everything.
I don't even talk
today.
to her when we're not recording.
We're not friends, and I live in his basement in a box.
Yeah, it's really awkward when I put her in the box at the end of the
And then he
day.
tapes it closed, like I can't just open it. But I don't really want to break my
It's
box.
symbolic
I don't want to
tape.
break my
The
box.
other morning
so
I was
don't
like
open it.
sad. I was like drink coffee until you jiggly today now. Can be sad with the shakes grinning squinting face.
Yes. They said the other morning I was like sad. I was like, drink coffee until you get jiggly today now. Can be sad with the shakes. That's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh my God. How many times do I do like toddler self-soothing where it's like, okay, we don't want to do anything. We're not feeling it. Everything is awful. Our world view is horrendous. Let's go get a coffee.
Right. reward
Would
yourself.
you feel better if we got a coffee?
Well, and
Could we maybe reevaluate our state of mind if we got a coffee?
that's where the break comes from, when we do the
Yeah.
like do something nice for yourself.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Like,
Cause yeah, like oh my god, find your brain hack
Mhm.
too. Like coffee, definitely my brain hack. My
works for
husband
me, too.
used it last week,
It works.
where he was like, "Do you want to go to the farmer's market?" And I was like, "No, I don't. Everything is terrible and awful and bad." Then he was like, "We'll get you a coffee," and I was like,
For Jen
in.
and I, it's usually like we'll be arguing or something. Nothing big,
Yeah.
because we don't have giant fights. But like we'll be
bickering.
bickering about something, and then she'll try and get me to do something for her, and she'll be like, "We can get food." And I'm like, "I don't want food. It's good."
It's good.
When she says "is
You want
good,"
some
I'm done.
food?
That's like, "Yeah, I'm in." It's good.
It's good. Yeah. So like find what your toddler likes. What does the toddler like?
Yeah.
What feels good for toddler brain?
Yeah.
Be
I have
nice
to
to
think
toddler brain.
Brain hacks episode mini.
because I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
eat a lot of food.
Brain hacks is a good episode idea.
Maybe.
That
Could
is a
be.
good because I would love a brain hack.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have a lot that
Faye
we don't
just
think about.
suggested it. The brain hacks. Yeah.
Like they're just things that we've kind of integrated into
Right.
daily life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
It is a good
Yeah,
idea.
it's
I like that.
a brain hack because I don't drink coffee, can't eat a lot of food because I've got a gastric bypass.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like I can't smoke anymore. I had to give that up.
Oof.
Just like, can't drink alcohol.
Oh.
Just like, what am I
Relatable
gonna
though.
have?
Yeah. I don't drink alcohol anymore either.
That's why like my tangible thing other than that would be like she'll do something like buy stupid degenerate money for
Yeah.
me for games or something.
She's
Or-
like, you could buy packs on
or-
your phone.
Or I'll ask
Then
her to like
ask
borrow
everyone
one.
like what is that thing
What?
that make you all little again?
She can borrow games from work because she's the manager and they want her to play games so that she knows.
Oh
what they're
yeah,
like.
yeah.
So I'll be like, "Could you borrow like?" And I'll just be like, "I'm in the mood to play this type of game," and then
Okay.
we'll do whatever, and then I get the game. And
There
it
you
works
go.
out.
So Faye says, then ask everyone like what is that
is that thing?
that makes you all little again. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's literally what it is
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
It's pretty much exactly what it is. Like cuz the child
Sweet.
in you is the one that's trying to deal with the body while
Yeah.
the adult in you is trying to run the show.
hmm
But then the body is like, I'm cranky. And then you have to stop and you have to be nice to it.
Yeah.
And the same with your brain. Be nice to your brain because your brain is trying its best. And it's a struggle bus sometimes.
Well, it's not fair. You think about it. Like you can think, you can have thoughts, you can have feelings, but then your brain can make a soup that it sits in that makes it angry. That's just not fair. Unfair advantage. Point to brain. Like I
Brain
was having a
1,
good day, I
self
thought,
0.
and now I'm suddenly feeling like I've never done anything right. There's no hope in life. Like what happened?
Aw.
Bad brain soup.
Bad brain.
My chemicals
The
are off.
chemicals. I don't know.
I hate
Why does it do that?
Right?
Bipolar.
Or I
It's a
get
weird
asthma.
thing.
Yeah, bipolar mood swings are
Mm.
fun.
Oh, maybe I'm bipolar then.
Could be. I'm gonna diagnose everyone I know with bipolar.
Right? Everyone's
my
got
goal.
bipolar and EDS.
Everybody.
Just everyone. Point blank. That's it. You're welcome.
Ooh.
Go home.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it's a lot of like, it doesn't happen all at once.
No.
It took us 2 years to even claim to have okay self-talk.
Yeah. We did the work though.
Yeah.
And
Well,
having
and calling
accountability.
each other out. is-
It's
gonna
like
say,
here is how I build a ladder today. No, you didn't. You are in a hole.
Yeah, exactly. Faye says it's like, here's how I build a ladder today. No, you didn't. You're in a hole.
You're
Like, yep.
like, but I was climbing the ladder.
I thought I
know
was getting
I'm
out of this
still
hole.
in the hole, but I'm on my way out. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Build a ladder, you idiot. Eat the breakfast. Oh my god.
And then have dinner.
Have dinner? Feel better? No?
Go outside.
Go outside.
touch the ground.
This is how you talk yourself into doing good things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally an example of one of the things I was doing to make me do good things.
Uh-huh.
Like build an out ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to build a ladder.
Well, and I don't get like mad at myself anymore.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll leave things in weird places. Weird places. Don't know why. But then I'm like running around the house trying to find it, and I like am trying not to get mad at myself, and then I find it, and instead of being like, "Oh my god, you idiot, why did you put it in here?" It's like, "Haha, ADHD goblin, got her again."
To me, that my version of that is yep, just dropped it for no reason.
I do that all the time. And
Except
then
you punish the items.
Yes, but people try to pick. Okay. Let's
So-
walk through this for real.
Yeah, this is
So
important.
usually what happens is like I'm talking to a human or maybe
well
even
person.
not.
Yeah.
And I drop item out of the blue, out of nowhere for no reason because my hand just went eh. And then I stare at item and well person
I
then
do that
picks
you that
item
too,
up.
Corina.
Then the well person picks it up for me and I'm like I wasn't waiting for you to pick it up. I was punishing the thing for having fallen on the ground in the first place. I'm sorry you think I'm an invalid who needs me to, like, I just expect people to pick things up for me because they're like, she didn't pick it up. Do I have to pick it up? Is it my job to pick it?
Right.
I guess I'll pick it up.
There's so much social like weirdness
like,
that
a
happens when
weird
that happens. Like,
power structure that
looking
they
at it.
think.
all you're doing is like you need to do better next time, and they're like,
Do you want me to?
do you want this? Like, no, I didn't. It hadn't learned its lesson yet.
And then I think they must think I'm like a sociopath
Because you
because
just
I
sit there and
I
stare.
just throw things and I'm like, hey, you
Right?
You get it. You pick it up. Half the time it's under my chair.
They'll
And people
reach
will
under.
lean over
Yep.
to get the thing like Chris is about to do.
I wanted to see where it landed. You
You
can't reach it.
I can't reach it. But then I'm like, I wasn't done punishing that item. I
Yeah.
wanted it to stay on the ground a little longer, and then I was going to pick it up.
Yep.
But I can't imagine what goes through their,
Their
head
heads, yeah.
when
being
I'm
like,
just
why
like,
is she?
I just drop a thing, and then I'm like, oh,
Is this a test?
it fell on the floor.
Am I gonna fail?
I'm going to stare at it for a minute.
Yep.
And this is why people think Karina is a psycho.
You are psycho, but it's okay.
Yeah, no. Terrible.
Yeah. Oh man, my tinnitus is kicking in.
I was just noticing.
I hate this. Since I had the septic,
Mm.
since I had sepsis and I got out, I've had really weird tinnitus that's
Yeah.
I think based on my blood pressure.
I think he's experiencing what I've like already experienced, like because when I get close to fainting or my blood pressure drops suddenly, like
Mhm.
usually the vasovagal opening, I get my ears ring.
Yeah.
One or both.
Yeah. It's like I now have a constant background noise that I didn't have.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's so bad it freaks me out. Like last night when I was trying to sleep, I was just listening to
Ugh.
high pitched frequency, and it's like getting louder and louder, and I was like, I really hate this. I couldn't hear the TV. I was trying to get my blood pressure under control, I was like, calm. But
You know what's
then-
worse?
Me too, it bad too.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what's worse? When you've had it for a really long time and suddenly it stops
Stops.
and you think you have died.
Yes.
Like,
Like-
suddenly it's quiet and you're like,
It's the Sopranos ending. Just cut to black.
is my heart beating? Am I oh,
Yeah. No, I yeah.
yeah, part of me like full on is like, oh my god, your heart just stopped.
That's
Do you ever
it.
get it feels blocked as well?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Like same thing. I had it this week where one was buzzing and blocked, and the other ear felt as if a speaker was by the side of it
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
while I was trying to watch a movie.
See, I pop my ears because
It happens in the shower like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What was I gonna say?
Who knows? You're gonna brag about how your tinnitus is better than mine or something. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You're gonna show off.
I'm gonna show.
You show off.
Watch.
Listen to this.
You're like, wait. Oh, I was gonna say I have eczema in my ears.
Oh yeah.
In both my ears, so they constantly shed skin continually.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
I hate it. I hate. It's like a reminder of sepsis too, because that's
Yeah.
where I go. Is that experience when I
Mhm.
woke up and I couldn't hear anything over the loud.
Because you have some PTSD
I do.
from that event.
I absolutely do. I called it out the other day. Like when the first time it got really bad again,
Mhm.
I looked at Jen. I was like, Jen, I think I might have some PTSD because I was like in panic mode
Yeah.
internally, and I was like, that's fine. You're fine.
Right.
It's fine. You're okay.
But your body's like, but I remember
Yeah, you do, buddy.
was
It was
scary.
bad. No one had fun
we
that
didn't
night.
like it.
Ugh.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It's got to be connected somehow, though, hasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a blood pressure thing in part.
yeah.
In part. I don't think it's all. blood
No,
pressure.
well, and the sad thing is there is brain damage.
Mm.
Cytokine swelling leads to brain damage, and had it long enough for it to affect it. So
Wow.
this is just a permanent thing that I think I have to deal with now
It's not
because
fun.
my brain decided to swell up to protect itself against the infection.
Brains are stupid.
Yeah, so like
Blood-brain barrier my ass.
so it's weird. Like people who have had sepsis will have a harder time later in life, like with walking.
Interesting.
There's like a 70% chance that
Yeah.
you'll have walking issues. It's crazy.
He's ditching us.
Yeah, he hates us.
Of course he does.
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah,
Hmm.
so that's been my fun. Listening to nothing. Listen to this nothing. I just
Or the high
imagine it's like,
frequency.
yeah, it's like your ears just constantly getting, or you're getting a signal from, not from ears, but from the lines.
Yeah.
And I just imagine there's something just miswired now, and I'm like, stop. Can we
Mhm.
just move? Can we just
Just rewire
can
it.
we stop hitting the button now? Stop. You think the signal will get
Every
worn
time
out.
you hear buzzing in your ears, you should ring a bell. Change something. I don't know what'll happen, but
Yeah.
it's a thought. I don't know.
But it's a thought. It's a
My
thing
brain
you
is
could do.
shutting down now.
Yeah. Well, this is about the time we would either go on break.
Yeah,
Normally, but I think we should call it.
I think so. It was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, no, it was great. I'm glad everyone was here too.
Yeah.
Like I really appreciate all of you.
Yeah.
Good. I missed you guys.
Yeah.
missed
We were
you.
wondering like who would get today. I was like, I hope
Yeah.
we get Cupcake.
Yeah.
We did.
And we did. He saw you were online and he was like, "Oh, we got to start."
I was watching the time today. I was like, it's coming up to nearly 5:30, obviously my time.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm going up to my nest. See you later.
Nice.
The nest.
My time.
I love nest.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got my big. Have you got a body pillow?
I used
Yep.
to do the body pillow, yeah. I had to
Oh, I
stop
love that.
when I had hip surgeries
Yeah.
because that, like, they make you sleep on your back. In bindings, by the way.
Yeah.
I had to tie my feet.
Did they have you elevate your
together.
leg post
No.
hip? Because I did. I
Yes,
didn't
they
have to,
did.
but it helped with
You
the
had to
pain.
put it on.
Yeah.
They had like a thing that attached to the bed. They had like somebody come out.
Oh, no, that's different. That was the PT machine, basically. It was like
Oh.
the thing that elevates
Yeah.
and then brings it down and knee
Yeah, yeah.
stretches and so on. But I didn't do that for the first hip surgery at all. It's the bottom. I don't know why.
It's the bottom.
But we've learned. It's the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad you guys made it.
Yes. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad I was awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I was
was fun.
surprised.
I was surprised too.
Yeah. We all did it.
We did.
Congratulations.
Doggo.
All right. Have a wonderful
Nice
week,
meeting you.
everybody.
Okay,
Have a
See
good
you.
one.
You guys
Yeah.
have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then I can say bye to Faye,
Bye,
especially.
Faye.
Bye, Faye. Hopefully you have a good week.
Yes. No, and I took down your ideas, by the way.
Yeah.
Brain hacks episode would
The
be
brain
really
hacks.
cool.
And that was a very sweet email.
Yes, it was. That was amazing. Thank you.
We really appreciate you.
It was
So
really cool.
keep being awesome.
Yes. Always.
Always.
Continually. Forever.
Okay.
All right. We'll
Bye,
see
Faye.
you next
Bye
time.
bye.